4 teams left, 4 wins to go to get to the World Series. We got the Astros and Rays. We got the Dodgers and Braves tomorrow night. This is going to be a fun week. Let's get to it. What is going on, everyone? How are we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got the ALCS on tonight. It's on as we speak. We got Astros and Rays. Pretty excited, can't lie. But how are we all doing? We're up to 14 people, 16 people in the chat. What is going on? I'm seeing a few familiar faces in here. I'm seeing Orioles 2041 World Champions. I'm seeing Lord Avocado. I'm seeing Chester. I'm seeing GA27 Sound FX. Oh, someone recognized it. Oh, Jose Altuve just hit a home run. Whoa. Just like that, the Astros got a 1-0 lead. This Astros offense decided to come and play in the playoffs, man. They haven't been really that good this season. But look at Jose Altuve, man. He has just struggled all year. And he just decided to start playing in the playoffs. So, I mean, I don't know. But Sound FX, I was surprised. I didn't know if anyone was going to recognize that. That was actually a theme song that Seth Rollins, I believe, was going to use. It's a different version of his theme song. So he never actually used it. He did, I believe. I don't know if he actually used it like in like a house show or anything, but it's very similar. Very similar. But yes, I heard about the Prescott injury. I heard he broke his leg. Is that about right? Orioles, am I bald? No, I am not bald. I don't know if you're asking me that. I don't know. But here we go. Pete Paris is here. Josh is here. Who? Josh, are you saying don't take my shirt off? Yes, I am a little shy. What can I say? I'm very pale. Oh, you mean Jose Altuve? Yeah, he probably has a ton of buzzers under there. Pete Paris, what is going on? Wow, Pete, you got Rays in 5. Yeah, I forgot. It's a 7-game series now. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see. I was going to do a preview live stream, honestly. I thought this game was on tonight at like 8 o'clock. I was going to do a preview at 7:30. And then I realized, like, oh, wait, the game is on at around 7:30. So there went the preview stream. But, yeah, that's what I heard, Lord Avocado. His foot is completely out of place. But let's get to it. Just to give you guys an update on the channel, we are up to 2,457 subscribers. We are inching closer to 2,500, but the main goal by the end of the World Series is to get to 3,000. It's a stretch, probably not going to happen, but who knows? Maybe we'll explode a couple of days. I don't know. There have been a couple of streams where I've gotten close to 100 subscribers in a stream, but we'll see how it goes. If you are just joining us, welcome. We are going to be watching the Astros and the Rays. It's currently on as we speak. But while you guys are here, just to let you guys know, Super Chats are on. If you do want to drop one, definitely go for it. If not, that's okay too. You can leave a thumbs up or you can leave a thumbs down if you don't like my face, which a lot of people don't like my face. So that is perfectly okay. But yeah, let's get to it. Let me share my screen. Here we go. Okay. What do you know? I forgot to turn the microphone on again. Well, at least I didn't go 20 minutes this time. But who is MX Racer 629? Haven't seen him before. I don't know who that could be. I don't know. What do you think about the Red Sox getting rid of Mookie Betts? I still cry myself to sleep every single night. Still cry myself to sleep. It's their long crying sessions every night before I go to bed. So, alrighty, who else do we have? Terrari Jackson is here. Welcome back, Kira. Hello, hello. Oh, whoops, I'm not sharing the game. Jeez, my brain is more of a potato than it ever was tonight. I haven't had my coffee. We're not in good shape right now. Alrighty, but we got Bregman up. Yeah, Astros offense has really come alive in these playoffs. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they just found a new way to cheat or whatever, but I have no idea. This offense was complete garbage all season. They have the names. They have the star power. They got the talent, but they weren't hitting all season. I guess, I don't know. Once the playoffs started, they just flipped a switch. And, yeah, Jose Altuve especially. Thank you, Lord Avocado. It's nice to hear someone say my face is beautiful. Thank you. Kira, what time is first pitch? Kira, first pitch has come and gone. 7:37, Kira. The game is on as we speak. Robbie, would you rather start a rebuild with Betts or Sizemore? Interesting. Come on, Kira. Let's go, Kira. Come on. Come on. Get the TV on. Get the popcorn ready. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Kira, we have ALCS baseball on. What are you doing? Wait, so hold on. Robbie, would you rather start a rebuild with Betts? Grady? Definitely Betts. Absolutely Betts. Definitely Betts. Who wins the World Series? Right now, throughout the prediction, I'm going to say the Dodgers. Dodgers. But the Dodgers choke almost every single year. So, and I'm wrong about everything, so don't listen to my pick. So you can either pick the Rays, Astros, or the Braves, and you'll probably do better than I do. Every prediction I make is wrong. So I am absolutely terrible. I don't know why I even have a channel. That's a bad move. 1,000 on the... I'm predicting it, so that's a horrible move. Back out of that bet right now. Back out. If you've already dropped that, you've just lost $1,000. Yeah, Grady Sizemore at his peak was very good. I just think, health, his health down the road, he deteriorated as a player. I don't think Mookie's going to deteriorate like he did. Sizemore was very good. Man, the Red Sox had Sizemore in 2009, I believe? Yeah, 2009, that sounds about right. Or 2010, I can't remember the year exactly. No, 2009. 2009. Jack Carr, what's going on, dude? I'll bet my house. You're going to lose your house because I predicted the Dodgers. No, I do like the Dodgers this year. They're just such a deep team. This is, to me, their deepest team in the last... out of these last few years that they've been going deep into the playoffs, except for last year when they got knocked out in the first round. But last year, that team was good too. But when they made it in 2017, when they made it in 2018, this team is way deeper than those teams. I love Kershaw. I love Buehler. I love the three young guys, Gonsolin, Urias, May. I love those guys at the back end of the rotation. Bullpen is really good. You got Gratterall, Kelly, who just throw like 100. Trinan's been okay against righties. Not very good against lefties, but they got some really good pieces. I really like what the Dodgers have. To me, the Dodgers and the Rays are two teams. They're very different teams, but they both just get the job done. You know, it's kind of like the little things that they do. They run the bases well. They put the right hitters in the right situation. They put the right pitchers in the right situation. They have a good feel for analytics and just a feel for the game. That's why I really like those two teams this year, especially the Rays. The Rays are probably just they're just a really annoying team. I hate the Rays, like for good reasons. They just beat you. They don't have the most talent, but they just, everything that they have on paper, like when they put it all together, it just adds up to a winning team. You know, they don't got like these star players like Mookie Betts, you know, but they just have really solid players and they play to their strengths. Worried about Jansen? That's a pretty easy one to be worried about, to be honest. You know, Jansen, he just seems to choke, man. In these in high leverage situations, he just seems to blow it. Yeah, the Rays are just really obnoxious, right, Jack? They're just obnoxious in like their own way. They're not like a loud obnoxious. They're just annoying with how good they are at like the little things, right? Yeah, I do. I like Glasnow. Glasnow is a weird case because I've said this multiple times. I love that he can strike guys out, but to me, he's a two-pitch pitcher. I hate that. I hate that he's a two-pitch pitcher. He works off of a fastball and a curveball. If he had a decent changeup, oh my God, he would dominate. He would dominate. Yeah, trust me. Even when the Red Sox won in 2018, that Rays team was so pesky. In 2013, when the Red Sox won the World Series, I was scared to death of that Rays team. I was afraid of that team. 2008 ALCS Game 7. We had Lester on the mound in Game 7, and we lost that. Oh, my gosh. That was when they had David Price as a rookie come out of the bullpen. Ugh. The Rays, man. You know, the Rays to me, though, I was, this year coming in, a lot of people were really high on the Rays. And to me, I'm kind of sitting here like, what have they done? What have the Rays done? And everyone's like going crazy over the Rays. And I'm sitting here like I was in the position where I wasn't going to pick the Rays until they proved it to me. And they're proving it to me. So this is what I wanted to see. And this is why I didn't have them making the playoffs. Because I just saw like they were so hyped up. And I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't like some of the moves they made. But that just shows what I know. They got rid of Tommy Pham, Emilio Pagan. I just didn't like those moves. And hey, that showed me, That has really showed me that the Rays, they had a game plan going into this year. They knew what they needed to do. They had a good year last year. And I think they went into this offseason thinking, you know what, we are right there. We're going to make these moves. They might look a little weird, but we know what we're doing. We have a plan, and they did it, and they executed it. And yeah. Yo, Robbie, how did you feel when the Red Sox were no hit by Sean Manaea? Hey, we won a World Series that year. That was 2018, right? Yeah, we won the World Series, so, hey, whatever. You're going to get no hits sometimes. Yeah, Kira, 1-0. Altuve, he's swinging a hot stick. And he's keeping it going here in the ALCS, so. But yeah, if we are to preview this series really quick, I didn't really get a preview stream in. I'll be honest, I did a lot of streaming last week. I mean, I was basically going like 3.5 hours a night streaming last week. I just did not want to do anything yesterday. Like I was gonna do a preview stream. I saw John Boy. He had a couple of preview streams going on, and I'm like, dude, I am just out of energy. Like I couldn't do it. So, yeah, that's why if you were looking for some kind of a preview, then yeah, that was not going to happen. So, here we go. Let's take a look. The better team is the more annoying fans there are, and this is coming from a Dodger fan too. That is true. That is true. To me, just the team that those pesky teams that just get it done in the right situations, those are the teams that win. I will say I like the Rays hats tonight. I like the Rays hats. But let's take a look at the Rays coming in. Like I've been saying, this team, you're not going to get really a lot of star players, but they just got players that they play to their strengths and they're put in the right situations. A lot of platoon situations. But you got a guy like Brandon Lau. He's been very good this year. Willie Adames has been pretty good. Austin Meadows kind of slumped this year, but he had a big home run against the Yankees in Game 5, the ALDS. Mike Brasso, he had that huge game-winning home run against Chapman. Even him, this year, not really many at-bats, not more at-bats than these other guys, but he had a pretty solid year when you look at him. 5 homers, 12 RBIs, and the reason he was in with Chapman, he hits lefties well. That's what I'm saying. The Rays, but it's not that it's not just that they do well in certain situations. They are put into the right situations, and that's where a guy like Kevin Cash, along with his coaching staff, they're good. I mean, they know what guys to plug in at the right time. And, call me biased, but that's why I really liked Alcs Cora. Alcs Cora had such a good feel for the game, but he had a good feel for the analytics as well. And that's why Alcs Cora was so good. He took that team in 2018, won 108 games in his first year, and ended up winning a World Series. Alcs Cora was fantastic, and that's why I'm all aboard. Bring back Alcs Cora. Hey, whatever. If he's got a 1-year suspension, hey, serve it. Come on back. You are welcome back, because that guy did so good. He had a team with injuries in 2019, guys that were kind of having, they had these hot 2018 seasons to get to that World Series, and they kind of digressed a little in 2019. But that's just, but he still got that team to 84 wins. Not great by any means, but it wasn't a losing season. So, most teams, it seems, every year, they always digress a little bit after the World Series. You always got some injuries going on and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, I digress. But that's why this Rays team is so good, is they are managed incredibly well. Kevin Cash is fantastic. He puts the right guys into the right situations. That's why Kevin Cash, he was like this backup catcher for his whole career. He was basically like a bench coach in a way. He was right in the middle of all the preparation and whatnot for the pictures, and he was able to really he watched a lot of games. So Kevin Cash is just fantastic. But he's really got, it's not just that he has a good feel for the game. He has a good feel for his players too. He knows what works for his players. They communicate well. Kevin Cash is a huge reason for this team, and I think he deserves the AL Manager of the Year. That's just my opinion. But yeah. But moving on with the pitching now. But hold on, just real quick, just an update here. It's bottom of the first. Astros are up 1-0. They got Framber Valdez on the mound. But as for the pitching, this has definitely been a big reason for why the Rays are so good this year. If you take a look at who the Rays have, one of the reasons the Rays are very successful is they have guys. Here's my opinion when it comes to rotations. I'm a big believer that you need to have guys that can log innings, that can get consistent starts, but also strike out a lot of guys. If you take a look at the three pitchers three of the starting pitchers that the Rays have: Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton did miss a couple of starts this year, but it didn't seem to really affect him all that much. But Charlie Morton, he had like 10 strikeouts per 9. Tyler Glasnow, 14 strikeouts per 9. Blake Snell, 11 strikeouts per 9. You got to have guys that can get their starts, log their starts, get some good innings, but get some strikeouts as well. And that's what this Rays team is really good at. It's not even just the rotation, it's the bullpen as well. They just get it done. And, while I will say I think Glasnow's good, I just think he could be so much better if he added a third pitch. But he's doing what he's doing with just 2 pitches, and that's awesome. So, but yeah, this Rays team is just very good all the way around. If we take a look at the Astros, but right now, just taking a look real quick, Brandon Lau struck out. We are moving into the second inning. Astros with a 1-0 lead. But I want to look. What's going on here? Astros. A losing season for the Astros. This has to be the first time in history. I mean, I know it doesn't really fully. I don't know. I guess you can say it counts, but because it was 60 games this year. But technically, they were a losing team coming into this. And I don't know. Are they the first team to ever have a losing record to make it to the championship series? Is that just me? That has to be a record. But if you take a look at how the Astros were this year, I mean, a lot of guys slumped in the offense. You had guys like George Springer who were pretty good. Kyle Tucker had a pretty good rookie season, I think this is his second season, not a rookie season. But yeah, Michael Brantley was pretty good. But yeah, guys like Carlos Correa, he slumped, only a 264 average or 326 on base. Jose Altuve really slumped this year. 286 on base, 219 batting average. Yeah, they were without Yordan Alvarez this year. He was injured. They just are having guys slumping this year. And Alex Bregman as well came in second in the MVP voting last year. Pretty decent on base, but that's not an Alex Bregman on base percentage that you're used to seeing. 242 average. But this Astros offense has really turned it on in the playoffs. They just flipped a switch and they just all of a sudden know how to hit again. I don't know what it was. It was like, I don't know. They just got some adrenaline going and they just got it going. But then for the pitching, they've been without Justin Verlander this whole year. They lost Garrett Cole in the offseason. Mr. Smasher, what's going on? But this starting pitching has honestly been surprisingly good this year. Framber Valdez has been good. Look they got 4 guys here that have made at least 10 starts. That's very good. Well, for this season, that's good. But in a regular 162-game season, this is like the equivalent of making 30 starts. So, or at least 25 to 30 starts. So that's very good. Christian Javier making 10 starts, having a decent year. Lance McCullers coming back from Tommy John. Zach Greinke has been awesome this year. 2.80 FIP, big difference from the ERA. Framber Valdez has been really good this year. 2.85 FIP compared to the 3.7 ERA or 3.57 ERA. Getting decent amount of strikeouts from these 3 guys. 9.7 from Valdez, 9.0 from Greinke, Lance McCullers with 9.2, Christian Javier just a tick below 9. They're getting guys that get the strikeouts. They're doing well. They don't really give up many home runs. They don't give up many walks. I mean, the starting pitching has been actually surprisingly good for the Astros, and I think just a lot of people think, they don't have Verlander, but it's been a pretty underrated this year, if you ask me. Ryan Presley's been good out of the closer role. They need some other guys that, they have a lot of guys with ERAs that are pretty high, but, they've had guys like Andre Scrub, Blake Taylor's been good, Paredes has been good. So, they have guys here. They just need to be, if the Astros bullpen wants to succeed in this series, and if they do make it to the World Series, if they want to win another World Series, they're going to have to really use just like an exclusive group of guys from this bullpen, because there's a lot of guys that have been shaky this year. But that's a pop-up. But yeah, so with the Astros, they've turned it on at the right time. They have. Honestly, I almost feel like you shouldn't even be looking at the regular season stats, because this team just seems really different coming into this postseason. It just seems like a completely different team. So, however, though, me personally, I mean, I feel like you have to give the edge to the Rays. That Yankees team was good. That was a good Yankees team. Made some questionable decisions in that series. Pinch hitting Mike Ford a couple of times. Why was Mike Ford pinch hitting in Game 5? I have no idea. There was a lot of questionable calls in that. Davy Garcia only pitching 1 inning in Game 2. I wasn't really understanding that call very much. There was a couple of things I didn't really like in that Yankee series, but either way, the Yankees offense, it just didn't show up. They had the Aaron Judge home run in Game 5, but that Yankee offense really slumped in Game 5. They couldn't really seem to get anything going. But the Rays, what the difference was with that Rays team is they had the Mike Brasso home run. You know, I mean, that was the difference. They had a guy step up. Then that's what the Rays do. They just get guys that step up at the right time every single time. So I will lean towards the Rays in this series just because I think these guys, I don't know. I think these are two hungry teams. These are two, I mean, any team that gets to the playoffs, they're hungry. But these two teams have a lot to prove in this series. I think these guys, the Astros, they're trying to prove to everyone that the cheating was not a factor. The Rays, they're trying to solidify themselves. I mean, in the American League, I mean, sure, they've had a good season and they've made it to this point, but are they going to get the credit if they don't win a World Series? I don't know. I don't think a lot of people will. So, you know, they're trying to prove something to people. There's a lot of proving people wrong in this series. So, you know, yeah, I don't know. But to me, I think the Rays, I think they have the edge here. I think the starting pitching, they can strike out more guys, and I think that's key when it comes to being able to sit down these really good hitters. I like that the Rays can get the strikeouts. I like that the Rays can get the timely hit. They just seem to always just hang in there all the time. They hang in there, and then they get the big hit when they need it. It doesn't even matter who they play. So, you know, I will say this is actually, if you think about it, this is the first time the Rays all season are playing a team outside of the East. They've played teams in the NL East. They've played teams in the AL East. Look at the playoffs. They played the Blue Jays in the wild card round, and they played the Yankees in the division series. So this is the first time all year the Rays are playing anyone from a West division, right? So this is going to be interesting, I think. So this is a team they haven't even seen all year. So it will be interesting. And there's a strikeout. But either way, I really like the Rays pitching. I think the bullpen's better. And I think for what the Rays do, the Rays game is to hang in there and they can just win near the end. They're very good in high leverage late situations. So, and I think with that bullpen that they have, they got guys all over that bullpen that can just throw in the upper 90s. I think in the end, that's going to be a big difference. And I just think, like I've said a couple of times, they just have the ability to get those key hits when they need them. So, yeah, I'm going Rays in this series. So I want to hear what you guys think. What do you guys think? Rays or Astros in this series? Just type in Rays or type in Astros. What do you think? We got a vote for the Rays. We got another vote for the Rays. Miss Empath, what's going on? How you doing? Eduardo is going with the Astros. Ooh, 2-2 right now. AJ, I'm so sorry. Neither. They both lose. Oh, we got another vote for the Astros. Wow, look at these votes for the Astros. Look at this. Whoops. Wow. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Astros win this series. I wouldn't. Again, that's kind of a cop-out answer, but I wouldn't be. They've been that hot. They're hot. And their guys, I've said this quite a few times in the last week, the Astros, these really talented players that they have, they didn't make it to this point, or they didn't make it to the major leagues with the trash cans. They're good. They're talented guys. Was it right what they did? Absolutely not. But they have the ability to play. So AJ wants Aaron Boone fired. Yeah, Jack Carr, that's a good point. Like Houston and LA almost just seems like too good to be true. If we ended up getting that World Series, honestly, I mean, no disrespect to the Rays, but I think if you got Astros Dodgers in the World Series, I think honestly, like ratings wise, I mean, I really think that ratings wise, Major League Baseball probably wants that. You know, I mean, they are different teams than from what they were in 2017, but they got a lot of those. There's a lot of the same players. You know, so Orioles, is it really? Do you really have a perfect bracket? Be honest. Your bracket's perfect. Did you pick the Astros to beat the Twins? Stop it. No way. I can't believe that. If you did, I'm very jealous. That's very good. Honestly, you should be the one starting a channel right now, not me. Um, that would be a serious black eye to the Yankees' reputation if they did. You fired Joe Girardi. Yeah, that was kind of. I thought that was weird that they fired Girardi. I think they wanted someone that was going to be more. Girardi, I don't think got along with the front office very much. You know, Girardi's kind of had that He had that. He had that happen with the Marlins. You know, when he was with the Marlins that year, and he got fired. It was like so weird. They had like a winning season and everything, and then he got fired. It was like weird. And then he was with the Yankees for a while, but I think in the end, you know, ownership and Cashman, I think they wanted someone that was going to kind of work more with them on the analytics. So, yeah. Boone, he's just made some weird calls. So, I think honestly, if you hire a manager, you got to stay out of his way. Let him do his thing. Front office, you take care of getting the players. Ooh, that Framber Valdez curveball is looking pretty nice. I can't lie. We got 36 people in the chat. Hello, everyone. What is going on? Super chats are on, so if anyone would like to leave a small donation to support the channel, that would be greatly appreciated. You can have a comment or a question get highlighted in the chat, and it will also pop up on the screen. If you guys can't do that right now, that is perfectly okay. If you can, just hit the thumbs up for me or hit the thumbs down. What do I think of Dave Roberts? Dave Roberts is... I think he's fine. I think he has a good... he communicates well with his players. I think he's good in that aspect. I think sometimes, kind of like Boone, he can make kind of a weird call. But overall, I like Roberts, honestly. What do I think about Lau snapping out of his slump? I mean, that's going to be key, to be honest with you. He's going to... he's been one of the Rays' better players this year. But in the end, I don't think it really matters all that much. The Rays find ways to win whoever's batting. They could have Gary the custodian come into this lineup, and I'm sure they'll find a way for him to succeed. So, yeah, game two was to me, the Yankees had all the momentum after game one. Oh my God, the way the Yankees looked in game one just looked like solid. You know, good pitching. Offense came alive. You know, like just good work from the bullpen in game one. And then game two, it was like, what the hell just happened? Like it was like just the flip, just this, the script just flipped. It was weird. Game one, like the Yankees just looked like the clear-cut better team. And then here comes Aaron Boone taking out Davy Garcia after the first inning. And I'm thinking, what the hell are you doing? And then everything just completely tumbled. Dusty is lacking on the bullpen management. You know, he's made some good moves in this postseason. I can't lie. You know, MX Racer 629. I find it very interesting that you asked a question about Mookie Betts, which happened a long time ago, and now you're getting very caught up with these very very good questions. Dusty. Dusty Baker is very he's been interesting in the past when it comes to MX Racer, I have to say. Dusty has been good with the bullpen in this postseason, but he has been well known for not handling the pitching staff well in the past. 2003, wouldn't take Mark Pryor out of the game. He made some weird moves with the Giants. I think there was a playoff series with the Reds where I don't know, I can't really remember the moves exactly, but yeah, I don't know. But I love Dusty Baker. He's cool. The one thing I miss about Dusty Baker is that he always had the toothpick in his mouth. He always had the toothpick. Now he's got the stupid mask on his face, so now you can't see toothpick Dusty Baker. I do, Saban Solis, I do get many annoying questions from the second graders. I can't lie about that. MX Racer, if you're watching, please take notes. What do I think about the Braves sweeping the Marlins? I think it was just a situation where the Marlins were just outmatched. I just don't think they were. They were in. It was not a good matchup for them. The Braves are just too good. I don't think it. It could have been the Cubs in that series. I don't think you were getting by the Braves. I don't think anyone was getting by that Braves team. Once the Braves got by that Reds pitching in the wild card round, that to me was like, okay, the Braves are legit. That's when they kind of they put a stamp on it and said, we're here to compete. That to me showed that they were legit. When you got by that Reds pitching, I'm sorry. That Reds pitching was so good. If the Astros beat the Dodgers again, that would be tragic. That might be. I'm telling you right now, if the Astros win the World Series, I've said this. I've been on the record to saying the only way the Astros are going to get the people off their back is to win. That's the only way. If they want to just shut people up about the cheating, which people will never forget, but if they want people to really move on from it, then I think they have to win. I think they know that too. That I think is what is a big motivation for them this postseason. They're probably in that clubhouse, and they said, "All right, you guys want to get these people to stop talking about us? It's time to win." That's the only way. If they make it to the World Series and lose, you're still going to get those people that will say like, "Ha ha, they didn't have the trash cans this time. They didn't have the buzzers." But I think if they make it to the World Series, to me, I think that would be enough for me. Honestly, the fact that they're here right now, they beat a pretty good A's team. They beat a pretty good Twins team, So what's up, Jackson? How you doing? They beat a couple of good teams to get to this point. I think if they can get to at least 5 games with the Rays, or not 5, like 6 games, I don't know, maybe 7. If they can get to a 7th game with the Rays, then I'll give them credit. I'll give them credit. So, because this Rays team is really good. If they can push this Rays team to a Game 7, then I think that is when you can say, all right, we can move on from the Astros now. Because, to get this team to a Game 7, this Rays team to a Game 7, that's, the Rays are very good. They're very good. So, I hate the Rays so much, but I do like those hats. Does anyone else like the hats? I do like the hats. I like throwback stuff. See Creed 2 when you get a chance. I'll have to check it out. You don't like the neon? I kind of like it. I do like these Rays uniforms. I like the powder blue. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of uniforms. Fan of jerseys. Who is your favorite player on the 2018 Red Sox, not including Betts? Steve Pearce was fantastic. He's a living legend. World Series MVP. That guy was going nuts in that postseason. That was like crazy to me. But for a player for the whole year, I'm a visual guy. I've said that multiple times. I'd have to go look. Who was on that team? I mean, I don't know. I just have to like look. Benintendi was very good. I liked Benintendi that year. Jackie Bradley was awesome in the ALCS. I've always liked Jackie Bradley. Great defense. Brock Holt. Brock Holt was he was good that year, man. Brock Holt, dude, he was playing all over the place. 362 on base. He was playing like every single position. That Red Sox team was so good, man. If I were to pick one, I'd probably I love Brock Holt for life, man. Love Brock Holt. He did so much for that franchise, so much for that organization in the time he was there. He was good, man. I love Brock Holt. How can anyone hate Brock Holt? He's so cool. Hopefully my Red Sox can make it back to the World Series next year. We'll have to wait and see. Probably not the World Series, but hopefully they can contend. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, thanks, Jackson. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully we can start getting some more subscribers. That'd be cool. Did we get any since we started the stream? Let's take a look. At the start, we were at 2457. We've gained one more. Cool. Oh, Holt with the mustache. Oh, dude. If anyone can rock the mustache, it's Brock Holt. Oh, and Brock Holt in that series against the Yankees had that cycle. Dude, Brock Holt's amazing, man. Love Brock Holt. I was pretty sad when he didn't come back. I understood it, but it was sad. What's going on, Jack? Welcome back. Glad your internet's working. You know, one of the people that used to work with my dad's best friend's son was Brock Holt. Interesting. Wow. Dodgers and Braves going to be a good series. We all know the Dodgers are going to win. You know, if I were to, you know, the one thing I will give the Braves, like, dude, the Dodgers offense can really smoke you. But, dude, the Braves offense can do the same thing. I mean, Max Fried was really good this year. The Dodgers match up with them in every single way possible. I think that series really comes down to putting guys in the right spots, you know, coming up with those base hits late in games when you need them, you know, hitting with runners in scoring position. That's going to be what matters. You know, if they can drive, I mean, obviously that's what matters all the time, but I think it's just who's going to execute more. That's when it's going to come down to. Both those teams are really good. When you really look at the starting pitching, right now, like during the season, they were like just dismantled. But right now in a postseason, you know, you got to give the edge to the Dodgers with Kershaw. You know, but Buehler has been a little iffy since the blister. Hey, Joel, what's going on? Buehler has been iffy. That's going to be interesting to pay attention to. He's gotten some strikeouts in his last couple of starts, but you know, he's not looking his best. So I think a big key is going to be Walker Buehler, Kershaw. I mean, we all know how Kershaw can be in the postseason. Kershaw didn't look all that hot against the Padres in that series. He looked fine, but you know, I think, man, you know, they got him caught. They got him caught, and they got him. They tried to have Springer be aggressive on those bases, and that really came back to bite him. But yeah, you know, I think the Braves, I think if they can just execute, you know, and do the things they need to do in the right situations, runners in scoring position in a close game, if they can get that big hit, if that pitching can do enough, you know, I think the Braves have a chance. Who do you think is going to make a big splash this offseason, Robbie? You know what, guys? I'm going to let you know something. Here's a little preview for a video that I hope to have out tomorrow. It is how to fix the New York Yankees. That's my next video coming out. I was working on those notes today and yesterday. I'm going to tell you right now. I think the Yankees do something this offseason. I think the Yankees, they made a big splash last offseason with Cole. I don't know. I just feel like with the Yankees, I'm just saying, man, I would not be surprised if they went after, if they got Bauer, and if they got, I think they have a reason to go for Real Muto. A lot of Yankee fans would say, nah, they're not going to give him the money. You know, but dude, okay. I'm going to say this right now. The Yankees need to be the evil empire again. They need to become the evil empire once again. They need to start dropping some cash. There is no excuse. Don't tell me that the Yankees can't spend money. They are the second most valuable franchise in the world, right? I believe in the world. If it's not the world, it's definitely the United States behind the Cowboys. Here we go. Richest sports teams. There might be a couple soccer teams, actually. Okay, no, I take that back. The Yankees, they are 5th in the world when it comes to value. They are the 5th most valuable team in the world. To be honest with you, Jackson, I mean, this is just me. This is just me. I'm not giving Judge that money. I'm not. If he can prove to me that he can stay healthy, then okay, yeah, we'll think about it. But you know what, Judge, I'm sorry, man, but like you're always getting hurt. He's not worth that to me. He's not. I'm sorry. Yeah, he could be the face of baseball if he really wanted to, but the dude can't stay on the field. I'm not giving him that money. I'm not. You know? I mean, Judge, he's a transcendent kind of a player, but I don't know. Like he can't stay healthy. So, but yeah, you wouldn't spend that money either. I'm definitely not. Yeah, you could say that the Yankees definitely have there's, it's part of them too. Maybe, needs to give them, a couple more days off here and there. But, however, though, I'm sorry. If I'm the Yankees, I'm dropping some cash this offseason. I'm dropping some money. Dude, I mean, if you bring in Real Muto and Bauer, I think you're a contender. I will actually say this, everyone. I will actually say this. This might be, I want to know what you guys think about this. Because I look at the Yankees. Some of you might think I'm crazy to even suggest this kind of a trade. Right now, Blake Snell, he gets out of the inning, and we are heading to the bottom of the third. Blake Snell with his second consecutive scoreless inning. We got a nice little pitching matchup here, but the Rays are currently being no-hit by Framber Valdez. No hits through the first 2 innings. Here's what I'm suggesting. This might sound crazy. A lot of you that have been coming to my streams, you guys know I like defense. I really like defense. I like guys. Look at the Rays. The Rays, one thing that they did this offseason was improve the defense. They got Manuel Margot. They brought him in. He has been great out in the outfield. Hunter Renfroe, he's been DHing a lot this year, but he has played some outfield. He's pretty good in the outfield himself. They added more defensive players this year. Manuel Margot being like the key one. And he's been great out there. He's been one of the better defensive players in all of baseball this year. But dude, here's what I'm thinking, man. I know a lot of Yankee fans might not like this suggestion that I'm about to make, and they're probably not going to do this. There's probably no way. Dude, if I could get, so I was on Baseball Trade Values today, the little trade simulation website, and I offered up Gleyber Torres and Aaron Hicks for Harrison Bader, Paul DeJong, and a couple of good pitching prospects. I'm just saying, dude, if the Yankees were able to bring in those two, you got and if you brought in Real Muto, you would have a very good defensive catcher. You would have a very good defensive shortstop who can get on base. You have a very good defensive center fielder. And if you bring back LeMahieu, he's good at defense at second base. Up the middle, the Yankees would be solid. Up the middle if they brought in Bader and DeYoung. I don't know if the Cardinals would even get rid of them. But if you could replace Torres with a better defensive shortstop that can hit a little bit, I mean, Edman, I know, right? I mean, Torres, the guy offensively, he is just gifted. He is gifted offensively. But to me, I feel like the Yankees could make up for that offense. I mean, I'm just saying, the Yankees offense with Torres slumping this year was still one of the best offenses in the game. So, but it's not like DeYoung is a scrub when it comes to, at the plate. He can hit some home runs. He can get on base. He's not going to give you a great batting average. But the Cardinals, I think, could use some more offense. I don't know. And they would be getting a young shortstop. I don't know. It's not a great trade, I think. But the point is if the Yankees can improve defense at shortstop, Hicks this year is, Hicks is not a great, or this year at least, Hicks has not been great defensively. I don't know if a lot of that had to do with him coming back from the injury that he was the surgery that he had for Tommy John. I don't know if anything had to do with that. I don't know if he was just getting his feet back under him a little bit because he was not good defensively this year. Really, he was solid for the most part. If I go on, he had negative defensive runs saved, and he had a negative UZR. Let me actually see what his overall defensive value was. Yeah, no, Aaron Hicks defensively, he's usually been pretty good. If you look at the last few years, 1.3 defensive runs above average, 2.3, 6.4, 1.7. If you look at the fielding, where'd the fielding go? Here we go. Fielding. If we go to the advanced, again, taking a look at how he's done in center field, UZR 0.6, 0.75, 0.3, all in the positives here, but he had a negative 3.9 this year. And then look at the defensive runs saved, -8. He's actually given up runs defensively in the last couple of years. He had a pretty good year in center field in 2017. He played very good defense in 2017. I'm just saying, I don't know. I think if you can get someone like a Bader, if you take a look at where Bader ranked, man, I'm just saying, man, if you can get someone like him, man, your defense, that's where I think that to me, if you look at winning teams, they always have pretty good defense up the middle. Usually have, they have their catcher position set. They got it set at short and second usually. Center field, they're usually pretty set. Good winning teams will have guys that can play at least adequate or, good or adequate defense up the middle. I like that. So, I don't know. That's why I would really love the Yankees would never make that trade. But I think that's what the point is, it's not exactly making that trade specifically, but I think what the Yankees really need to focus on is getting better defense up the middle. They had Higashioka at catcher, in the postseason, but he proved that, the defense was helping for the most part. If you had stuck with Gary Sanchez at catcher, I'm sorry, I'm not a Gary Sanchez fan. I know a lot of people will say oh, you got to give him more time. You got to, you just give him time. He can fix it. I'm sorry, but it's been 4 years now, and Gary Sanchez is still horrible at defense. He's not good. He's not going to be that guy. Look at Higashioka. Look at some of those balls that were going into the dirt, and he was just blocking him with his chest. And dude, Higashioka is great defensively. That's what I'm saying, man. If you're the Yankees, go after Real Muto. Dude, go get some pitching. Go get Trevor Bauer. Go get him some money, man. Go bring him to the Bronx. I'm just saying, you got a rotation with Garrett Cole and Trevor Bauer. Maybe bring Tanaka back as your 3. And then you got Davey and Clark Schmidt at the back end of the rotation. That's a pretty good rotation. man, I'm just saying, I think what the Yankees need, they need to add another starter, maybe another guy for the bullpen. I don't know, maybe you can go after Josh Hader. You could do a package of like Andujar, Sanchez maybe. You could do Florial, their center field prospect that never seems to be able to blossom at all, but he's got good potential. Maybe you could throw in, I don't know, throw in a couple more prospects. I'd have to look at what prospects they could do, but I think if you could go get Josh Hader from the Brewers, send back a decent package of prospects, I think you could do it. I think that's what the Yankees need. I really think the Yankees, they need to improve the defense up the middle. They need another pitcher. I'm not bringing back Paxton. I'm not bringing back Paxton. He hasn't really worked out, I think. He's been fine, but he was injured this year. I don't know. He just hasn't really seemed to kind of bring what they were expecting. And he's probably going to – I don't think the money that he's going to be asking for is going to be worth it. And you got these two young guys in Garcia and Schmidt. I think, let them roll at the back end of the rotation. Get Trevor Bauer. Bring Tanaka back for a couple years. I mean, that would be – I honestly think, dude, maybe you could send send Hicks, Andujar, and Sanchez for Victor Robles. I don't know. I mean, Stephen Cohen can't be outbidded if he wants Real Muto and Bauer, they're going to be a Met. That'd be interesting, man. If those two go to the Mets, I do think Remy, I actually think that could be a storyline this offseason. Bauer and Real Muto, and it's going to be a battle of the New York teams for those two. I'm just saying, the Yankees need to improve at catcher. They have Austin Wells in the minor leagues, but he's more of like a hit first kind of a guy. They don't even know if he's going to really project as a catcher. He's even said it himself. If I don't play catcher, I'll just work on hitting home runs at Yankee Stadium, which I thought was a cool answer. But, but Remy, I could argue, the Yankees could make that argument too. The Yankees, they don't have a catcher. The Mets don't have a catcher either. I think it comes down to who's gonna offer the best deal. And I think the Mets, they're gonna be out there. They're gonna drive up a lot of prices. The Mets, I'm telling you, look out for the Mets this offseason, but really look out for the Yankees this offseason. This exit from the postseason was a bit embarrassing, if you ask me. Was a bit embarrassing. I think you need to. If you're the Yankees, you gotta go spend some money. You gotta go drop some cash. I think honestly, a trade. Go get Hader, man. Go get Hader. Hader he looked good towards the end of the season in his last 4 or 5 appearances. I read that he fixed a mechanical issue where he was pitching better. But there's Framber Valdez, only 1 hit allowed through 3 innings. It's a pretty tight game here so far. Astros up 1-0 here. But the Astros got the middle of their order coming up. Well, kind of, yeah, about the middle. Got Bregman, Correa, and Tucker coming up. But yeah, honestly, I think that's what the Yankees really need to do. They need to improve at catcher. They need to do something with the defense at shortstop. I don't know if that means going and getting a better defensive shortstop, maybe moving Torres over to second. But in that case, are you going to bring LeMahieu back? I think you got to bring LeMahieu back. The dude led the major leagues in batting average last year. LeMahieu is really good. He can play all over the infield. Dude, I'm just saying, man. I think you got to bring LeMahieu back. I don't know, but what do you do about Torres? Torres was abysmal defensively this year. Abysmal. Look at the advanced stats on Gleyber Torres. Just look at him. Look at the fielding from Gleyber Torres this year. Horrible. Take a look. Here we go. Advanced. -9 defensive runs saved this year. He made... Dude, look at compared to last year. He played 659 innings at shortstop last year when Didi Gregorius was injured. He played less than half of that, and he gave up more. He gave up 8 more runs. That is awful. Look at the UZR. He had a negative 5.0 UZR. That is horrible. Like, he played more at shortstop last year, and he played worse this year. I don't know. What do you do about that? Like, I think, honestly, I mean, they got to address something here. If they don't make a move, I mean, the one thing with Torres, the one thing you could argue, he's only 23 years old. He's about to turn 24 here in a few months. I think with Torres, dude, if you don't go and get someone, and if you have Torres as your shortstop of the future, you got to do something with him this offseason. You got to, like, bring him in every day. This dude is working on his defense. I'm just saying, like, they got to do something with him. Because Torres, Xander Bogaerts was kind of similar, but Xander Bogaerts could make the more simple plays consistently. Torres makes a lot of, like, little just errors on plays that he shouldn't be making errors on. So, yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I think the Yankees, they got to do something at shortstop. They got to do something at catcher. I think they could, if they could get a better defensive outfielder than Aaron Hicks. I think if they could ship out Aaron Hicks, I mean, I know a lot of Yankee fans might not like that. Aaron Hicks is a pretty valuable player, if you ask me, but he's got a pretty friendly contract. So I wonder if, you know, a team would want to bring him in for the offense. And the defense hasn't been, this year the defense was not good for Hicks, but it's been fine in the last few years. So I don't know. It's going to be a really interesting offseason for the Yankees. A lot of disappointment this year with the Yankees. So, I mean, you know, but they ran up against a good Rays team. You know, give credit to the Rays. You know, it wasn't just the Yankees just collapsing. It was just a good Rays team. So, but my final thing on the Yankees were good when they were the evil empire. Won the World Series in 1998, highest payroll. Won the World Series in 1999, highest payroll. 2000, highest payroll. Made it to the World Series in 2001, highest payroll. 2003 made it to the World Series, highest payroll. One win away in the 2004 ALCS, blew the 3-0 lead, highest payroll. 2009, highest payroll. They spend money. Spend the money. I'm just saying, you know, just spend it. I mean, they have the money. It's not like, you know, like they don't have the money. They're the 5th most valuable franchise in the world. Oh, Bregman. Oh, wow. Bregman just a little out in front there. Yankees lose. No, I didn't see that one. I didn't see it. I could take a look at it. I don't know. I kind of feel weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure it was good. I'm sure it was good. But I'm kind of in, like, this weird place with Mark. Like, I mean, Mark, you pick your Mets to win the World Series every single year, but you're laughing at the other New York team that doesn't win in the playoffs. Like, you kind of see where I'm feeling a little weird about that. Like, I don't know. Is that just me? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be a hater. I mean, I don't know. Can someone convince me? Like, I'm sure it's good. Convince me. Change my mind. Tell me why you think that's a good video. Oh, you are right, Nick. You are a Mets fan. Forgot about that. All right. Yeah. I think you're right about that, Chester. That's just kind of where, like, I think with Mark, I just want him to, I don't know, like, I got really turned off. What's up, Manteca? I got really turned off about his predictions in the beginning of the season because it's like, all right, I'm going to watch this whole video through, and then it's like every year it's the Mets. It's like, dude, come on. Like, I know they're just predictions. I don't know. It just feels like a meme. Like, it's just like a troll. Like, I think trolls are funny in some ways. But, like, that just felt like a giant troll job. I mean, I picked the Mets to win the world to get to the playoffs this year. I did before the season. Did I pick them in the beginning? In the beginning, I was going to pick the Mets before the whole season was just canceled, or before it got postponed. I was actually pretty high on the Mets coming into this season. I really was. I had them getting the second wild card. But dude, like, I mean, I don't think they were a World Series winning team. I don't know. So, yeah, they did have the Noah Syndergaard injury. Trust me, I thought they were good on paper, but, like, I just didn't think it was a World Series winning team. That was just me. So, but what do I know? I don't know anything. I think the Mets, look out for the Mets last year. I think, honestly, with the Mets, I just think it really started. Luckily, I was not alive for the 1986 World Series. But I think with the Mets, I think that franchise, then this is in life. This is with anything. It always starts at the top. If you don't got those guys at the top, it trickles down, man. It trickles down. And that ownership group with the Mets, I think, was really holding back that franchise. Oh, he clobbered that one. But, yeah, I think the Mets, they had just, these guys, up top. They weren't, I don't know. It was like every year, like, what is going on with this team? Like, they look good. I think they're going to be revitalized next year. I think they're going to have a good year next year. So, I definitely see a bounce-back year. I would not be surprised at all, Nick, if they got Real Muto or Bauer. I don't think they're going to get Springer. I'm going to kind of disagree with you on that one. I think Springer goes back to the Astros. I think he goes back. I think Springer is very tight with this team. I don't know. I don't see him leaving. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them get either Bauer or Real Muto. I think Real Muto would be nasty. They need a catcher. They definitely need to upgrade at catcher. Yeah, I'm in that same boat, Chester. I wonder if teams would even be interested in bringing him in. Just because there's just a lot of bad blood there. I don't know. I feel weird about that. Time heals wounds, but I wonder if that's too soon. Just feels like Springer. If that didn't happen, if that whole cheating thing didn't happen, then yeah, I don't know. I thought there could be a chance he could go to the Red Sox, George Springer, but the more I thought about it with Chaim Bloom, I just think I don't think Chaim Bloom's going to spend that money. Snell's struggling tonight. Yeah, he's not looking as hot. He's not looking bad by any means, but he's throwing a lot of pitches. He's already had 71 pitches through 3 innings. Through 3 innings. He hasn't gotten out yet in the 4th. He just seems like he's having trouble locating. Only 43 strikes. So, definitely not throwing enough strikes. Looks like his command's not really fully there. His control's not fully there. Hayden, what's going on, Hayden? How we doing? There's another Mets fan here in the chat. I miss good baseball in Queens. I think we all miss some good baseball, man. Drew, what's going on? How you doing? Man, I really hope, man, we get some fans back next year. Can we please just start going back to the games? Come on. Honestly, I'm wondering, man. I'm wondering after this election, I'm wondering what happens with all this stuff. There's a lot of conspiracy people out there that think once the election's over, all of this pandemic stuff is just going to magically disappear. So, honestly, I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping because I want to go back to. I hate Tropicana Field, but frickin' A, I want to go see my Red Sox play. But yes, the National League Championship will have fans. Oh wow! Look at the Rays. What a play! Oh wow! Line drive double play. Oh, they got Bregman hung out there. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Altuve hitting that home run, man. Crazy. Yeah, this offseason I think is going to be really exciting. I think you're going to get a lot of these like experts that are experts like myself that and when I say about myself, an expert, I'm not an expert by any means. But a lot of these like ESPN guys where they're going to be like, yeah, because of the pandemic, there's probably not going to be a lot of money being spent. They're probably going to hold off, blah, 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 blah. No way. Teams are going to spend money. They're going to be going after guys. Ooh, you made him look silly on that one. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to get some money this offseason. Yeah, Pete, that's what the Rays do. The Rays kind of just hang around, and that's been their game. If they can just get enough starting pitching, they got that bullpen behind them, and they got the offense that can do some things. I went to a Mets game last year, back when the Mets won 15-16. Oh, man, I bet that was fun. Yeah, dude. I mean, because that's how badly these Mets fans want to win. They want to win. And it felt like a dead team. And they came alive last year. They were going crazy last year. Dude, the summer of the Mets, man, that was fun. That was cool. Seeing Pete Alonso, going crazy. What team do I think has the most annoying fans? I'd say the Rays. The Rays, easily. I'm a little biased because I've only been to Tropicana. I've been to other stadiums other than Tropicana, dude, Tropicana, man, like I've been there the most. Oh my God. Every time I go there, the cowbells and oh my God, the horns, dude, they are so supportive of their home team, but it's also extremely annoying for the other team too. Like, oh my God. They make it so fun if you're a Rays fan, but just so awful for a fan of the other team. Chester, I'm going Dodgers, dude. I really want just the Dodgers to just win it all, man. Just to win it all. Just finally overcome that slump, dude. Haven't won a World Series since 1988. I'd like to go to St. Louis. I'd like to see what that stadium's like. I want to go to all these stadiums, man. That's going to be a goal of mine. Go to each stadium one time. Are the Rays fans actually good? When in 2008, the fans are going crazy. I think the fans only go to like the bigger games, like the Red Sox, the Yankees, That's kind of where they tend to those are the games they tend to go to. If you go to like a Rays Angels game, it's dead. There's like no one there. If you go to like a Rays like Twins game or something, there's like no Twins fans in Florida, So in Florida, you're going to get a lot of Red Sox fans. You're going to get a lot of Yankee fans. So, yeah, even like Rays Orioles or something, like Rays, I think you'll see a few Blue Jays fans here, but you're not, yeah, dude, it's pretty much like they make their money off of the big games. If you go to like Fenway Park, there's always fans there. Like there's, Red Sox fans will happily go see a Red Sox Orioles game. So, is it true that Trevor Bauer is only signing 1-year deals? I mean, that's kind of what I've heard. That's kind of what I've read. I think with Bauer, though, it's going to come down to what makes the most sense. I think he's going to talk with his agent about that. Maybe he does that at first. He could do that at first, I think, if he really wanted to. He could definitely do that at first because he's coming off of a Cy Young year. But but do teams really want to go through that? Teams really want to go through like if they want Bauer, they want him for more than 1 year. Yeah, Remy, I had Trevor Bauer on my How to Fix the Mets video. I have Trevor Bauer going to the Mets. But, dude, I'm saying, man, when the Yankees want someone, but it's a little different now because now the Mets have an owner that he says he's going to spend money. But, man, you know, the Yankees in the past, when they want someone, they go get him, you know? Sam, I really miss Orsillo, dude. I think letting Orsillo go was such a... I don't understand that move. He was a legend. I just didn't understand. So talented. The Red Sox ownership group, I appreciate the 4 World Series. I do. But that one I just didn't understand. I didn't understand that. It's like you got Remy and Orsillo. They said they wanted like a new like direction with the commentating. That to me was like, you're getting rid of Orsillo? You've had him for years. Like, what was different? It just didn't really make much sense to me. I don't know. I don't know. That was weird. Well, wherever Bauer goes, yeah. Oh, Remy. Could you imagine? Oh, yeah. DeGrom and Bauer? Ooh, be nasty. I will say, though, wherever Bauer ends up going, he is going to have a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun. Baseball Bri, I think Happ is a free agent. I think Happ's a free agent after this year. Do I think the Dodgers could sign him? Yeah. I don't think they're going to, though. I mean, who knows? Maybe. I'd lean more towards no, because they got a lot of young starting pitchers. They got May, Urias, Gonsolin. They probably want these guys to start getting innings, you know. Pete, I could be wrong about this, but my gut is about Stroman. I feel like Stroman's actually going to have a hard time this offseason. I think a lot of people, because he didn't pitch this year, and he didn't come back after the calf injury. He opted out of the season. I think a lot of people got kind of annoyed about that with Stroman. They traded for Stroman for this year, and I think a lot of people, I don't know, I haven't read anything about it. I haven't read, like, one thing about Marcus Stroman, but, like, I honestly think, I do wonder if a lot of players, they didn't like that with Marcus Stroman, having him, or opting out like that. I think a lot of people you can go either side. I think a lot of people will say, well, he's a free agent, you know, he needs to preserve his value for next year. But then I think a lot of people will say, like, really, dude? Like, you're opting out? Like, we're trying to win, you know? I don't know. I thought that was weird. Like, the Mets traded for him to do well this, like, to try and compete this year. I mean, you know, who knows how much the Mets really would have competed, like, with him. But, I don't know. It just seemed weird to me that he just opted out. And I don't know. Maybe his calf was still bugging him. I just thought it was weird. It just felt weird considering he's a free agent. You know? I just thought it was odd. Like, you have a lot of these guys that are like Bauer. Bauer would have gotten a good contract. You know, even without this year. I mean, he could have opted out. He didn't. He just competes. I think a lot of people might think Stroman, man, what were you doing? Yeah, David Price. I don't know. I thought that was kind of annoying. I get it. He's, you know, I don't know. I thought that was dumb. It's like, Price, dude, why are you opting out? Like, I just thought that was weird. Maldonado with the fly ball, and that is in the glove of Renfroe. We have another scoreless inning, but the Astros, they got 6 hits so far. The Astros, how long are they going to be able to keep this up, not getting these runs in? Yeah, Cespedes opting out, that was weird. It was also just the way he did it, too. It was just like it was weird. He didn't even tell anyone. It was really weird. Like, I think he's going to have a really hard time this offseason. I think he barely gets anything. I think he just really screwed himself on that one. I just think it was a bad look, you know. But I think, and like I'm saying with Stroman, I think that was a bad look too. I think a lot of people were like, really, dude? Like, you're just going to opt out? Like, okay. So I think Stroman's going to have to wait a little while this offseason to get something. You know, he probably thought, honestly, probably what was going on was probably his calf still wasn't feeling all that great. He probably thought him pitching, he's probably going to, you know, hurt his value because he just didn't feel right. I just thought the opt-out was weird, you know. I thought it's like, dude, if you can pitch, like, you know, try and pitch. Yeah, Nick, that's a solid rotation, man. Could you imagine? I could see Bauer doing that. Something like that. Yeah, Kira, man. You know, I mean, man, they got to... Snell's going to have to come out eventually. He's at 85 pitches through 4 innings. You know, I mean, that's not very good. But the Astros, they're battling him, man. But good thing that's what the Rays having a good bullpen. Robbie, the fact Price opt-out is not really that big of a deal, but the Dodgers could have had Urias or someone else in the bullpen. I agree. You know, I think Price could have been helpful. I was actually kind of intrigued about Price with the Dodgers, honestly. I still think Price has a lot left when he's healthy. But honestly, this could end up being the best thing for Price. Price always seems to just have like something injury-wise going on. I think for him, taking this year off, getting his body right, I think that's going to be the best thing for him. And he probably talked about that too. Honestly, I would think that was probably a big reason for it. Price has always has something going on, you know? So... You think Boston will get back to normal next year, seeing how Sale will be back? I think you're going to see the Red Sox. I think you'll see them make kind of a late push. I think they're going to be kind of like a 500 team. You know, they're going to be kind of just going back and forth throughout the year. But I think when they get Sale back, but it's going to be interesting how he does. Sale, he's got a very unique delivery for him. I think you could actually see Sale probably. Realistically, what I could see happening with Sale, people are really pumped up about him. They're excited for him to come back. He makes his comeback, and then he struggles. I could really see that with Sale, and then have a good year next year or the year after. So I think Sale, he might have to take this year and really kind of I think it's going to be a year of kind of like, you know, making that comeback. I think when he comes back, I don't think he's going to be on top of his game. I mean, he's just coming back. So, and he's like, you know, he's got that very elasticy windup. I think he might have some mechanical issues that he's got to work out. Yeah, I feel like the Red Sox, I think they're going to be better next year. I think you could see them actually be a bit surprising. Maybe, you know, finish a little better than 500 next year. I think you could honestly see a Red Sox team next year maybe finish anywhere from like 80 to 85 wins. I could see something like that. Maybe be right there for a second wild card. Perhaps, maybe. I could see it. Who knows? Who knows what kind of moves Bloom makes? But I think Bloom coming in, I think they knew. Anytime you have like a like, you know, new GM come in, anytime, it's usually like it usually takes a couple of years, you know, because it takes, you know, a new GM or like a new ownership group. You know, I think the Mets, well, I guess when you think about it with the Mets this year, well, you got to see what the Mets do this offseason. My expectation is that they spend money, but I think a lot of the times with GMs and a lot of like ownership groups, when they take over, they have like a plan, like a 2-3 year plan to kind of get back on track. And I think that's kind of going to be the case with, oh, that's hit deep. Oh, it's gone! Arozarena again. Oh my, he stays hot in the championship series. Oh boy, we got a tie game. He has been a star in this postseason. Wow, he has been hitting really good. Wow. Let's go look at some Arozarena stats. Taking a look. So far in this postseason, he's hitting .444, 3 homers. He's got a 1.426 OPS. Arozarena, man, he is playing like a madman in this postseason. Something is clicking for him, but there is a reason they brought him over. He was a higher prospect in the Cardinals system. There's a reason he was. Oh, they throw it away. The Astros have not been known for good defense this year. They have not been known for good defense. Joel, I am doing great, man. I got a day off of work tomorrow. I'm excited. But this is kind of what the Rays are known for. They can take advantage of mistakes as well. If you make a mistake against them, they tend to make you pay a lot. All right, we're up to 46 people in the chat. We got a good turnout tonight for Game 1. If any of you guys are just coming in, welcome. If you don't know what's going on here, if you're new to this channel, we are watching the Rays and the Astros. We're talking some baseball. Super chats are on, everyone. If anyone would like to leave a small donation, it'll have a question pop up in the chat. It'll have it pop up on the screen. If not, if you guys can, just go ahead and like the stream. A thumbs up really does go a long way, or a thumbs down. Yes, Joel, I'm excited. Yes, day off tomorrow. Gotta love it. Well, I gotta do a couple of things in the morning. I gotta do a couple of things. We got report cards due tomorrow, so I gotta finish those up tomorrow. Do you think Trevor Story? Drew, I was actually on the baseball trade values, the trade simulation website, and I actually did a trade with maybe Trevor Story coming to the Yankees. Could you imagine that? Trevor Story, a Yankee? I feel like I could maybe see it. I think he would look good in a Yankee uniform. But overall, I think the Yankees just need better defense at shortstop. Whether if that's you're making oh my God, I'm going blank on his name. I was just saying his name earlier. What in the? Oh, Gleyber Torres. Goodness gracious. I was like, wait, who is the Yankee shortstop? Gleyber Torres. It's either you bring him to defense boot camp this offseason and you work that guy to death on his defense, or you make a trade for a better defensive shortstop. I think they have to do something about the shortstop position. They got to get better up the middle. They got to improve at catcher. They got to improve at short. Second, if they bring back LeMahieu, I think that's fine. Center field, Aaron Hicks was a bit of a bummer defensively in center field this year. I think if you're the Yankees, you have to improve up the middle. Shortstop's an important position. Xander Bogaerts, he is not the best defensive shortstop out there, but he does enough. He makes enough of the consistent plays. That's where Torres has problems, where these routine plays, he'll make an error. He just, I mean, there's no way. There's no way they would trade Bogaerts to the Yankees. No way. No, they wouldn't do that. Got the strikeout. Big strikeout. After a home run and Lau getting the first. Yes, Simmons is a free agent. Yes. Robbie, what do you think about the Giants? They haven't been good this year. I don't have a favorite baseball team. I played baseball for about 5 years. Well, so you don't have a favorite. So what do I think about the Giants? Well, I thought the Giants this year, they kind of played better than a lot of people thought they would. I think the Giants, I still think they kind of need to retool a little bit. So, but yeah, the Giants were a bit surprising to me this year. They were in it until the last day. So, is Lindor still the shortstop, or would you anoint Tatis? I think there's an argument for it. I definitely think if you can get Tatis to do what he did this year over a full season, I think that's when you could say he's the best. I think he's right there. He's top 3. This is how the Rays operate. Just chip away and chip away. Yeah, Jack, and it's not even just chipping away. It's just staying in it. They do so good at just staying in a game. I mean, even when they like load up the bases or whatever, they just get it done, man. It may be messy at times, but they get it done. How much of a chance do you give the Braves to upset the Dodgers currently? I have it at 40-60. I feel like, man, as of right now, when I look at the Braves and the Dodgers, I look at the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers, they have an offense that matches up with the Braves, the 2 best offenses in the National League, in all of baseball, honestly. They have both. I think the Braves have a little bit more pitching. You could even say experience-wise too. They have more experience than the Braves, so they just have like an edge in like every way. Where you could maybe look at, if you want to really nitpick, you could look at the defense. How are these teams defensively this year? Bullpen, I think you give it a little bit of an edge to the Braves, or to the Dodgers, sorry, to the Dodgers. Braves have a good bullpen, but let's take a look at the rankings this year. Starting pitching. Yeah, we all know the Braves starting pitching. They had a rough time this year, but they have kind of found their group for the postseason, and they're doing well. So, but for the bullpen, I mean, the Dodgers had the 3rd best bullpen wins above replacement wise, and the Braves, they were 9th. So I think the Dodgers, they have a bit of an edge in the bullpen, especially when you just look in the National League. In the National League, Braves had the 3rd best bullpen, but Dodgers were just clearly better. Yeah. So fielding wise, actually, who has the better fielding team? Dodgers were 11th, and the Braves were 14th. So neither play great defense, but according to this, the Braves just play worse defense. However, where the Braves or Dodgers, have the advantage, look at the defensive runs saved. They get a lot of guys that will bust it out in that outfield and whatnot. They really make a good play to save a lot of runs. But when it comes to more of like the routine play, the Dodgers, I mean, they tend to goof up on routine plays a lot, according to the UZR. And the Braves aren't really any better there either. I just think the Dodgers are a better team all around. I just think they have an offense. What were the offenses? So the Dodgers. So the Braves actually had a better offense, a slightly better offensive rating. Runs scored. Well, the Dodgers scored more runs. WRC plus. The Dodgers had a slightly better WRC plus, but they're like basically dead even. Dead even. The Braves had a higher batting average. They had a higher on base. They were tied in slugging. I mean, these two teams are basically like dead even offensively. You could say the Dodgers can, I don't know. Like the Braves have like the slightest of edges, like when it comes to like these like individual categories, and they have the better offensive rating on Fangraphs. But I mean, I think with the Dodgers, their offense can hang around, and they have the pitching, they have the bullpen, they do enough on defense. So I think the Dodgers, they're just, So Yogi, they're actually not elite in defense. They're not a great defensive team. They can make they can save a lot of runs, but when it comes to just like the common play or the routine play, they kind of tend to goof a little bit, or they don't make the play that they're supposed to make. Defensive runs saved. They saved a lot of runs this year. That's thanks to guys like Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger. You know, you got guys that can really step up and make a good play here and there. Hey, Nightly Sports News, what's going on? But I just think the Dodgers, I mean, at least this season, they have been just better in every way. But could the Braves, could they make it something? Could they make it a series? When it comes to baseball, it's a game of inches. Could the Braves end up, you know, could they shock the world? Could they knock off the Dodgers? You know, I wouldn't call it a complete shock, but I think a lot of people, I think everyone is, not everyone, but I think most people are picking the Dodgers to win this series. I think if the Dodgers lose this series, that would be something, man. That would be something. If the Dodgers lost this series, oh boy. I had the Dodgers losing in the National League Championship Series in my preseason predictions to the Nationals, another NL East team. Could my predictions maybe somewhat come true? A team from the NL East making it to the World Series. Who knows? I just thought of that. I don't know. Kiri, you're right about that. They tend to choke. But they've been right there every year. The Baby Shark song drives me nuts. Oh, especially being a teacher, I hear that song still. Every time I hear my kids going, Baby Shark, I'm like, no, shut up, no Baby Shark, no Baby Shark. Pete, Robbie, I noticed that you take FIP into account when evaluating pitchers. Have you considered using XFIP? I haven't looked at Sierra. I have looked at XFIP. So XFIP I've definitely considered. That's kind of like what I look at when it comes to like the top ranked pitchers. Like if I'm trying to look to separate someone, if I see two guys that are really close in FIP and ERA, I'll go look at the XFIP, and then whoever's got the edge in that, I'll give that person the edge. All righty, we've gained a few more subscribers in the last about hour or so. Sweet. We're up to I believe now we're up to 2.46. No, not quite there. It doesn't say it on my channel yet. But as of right now, according to my numbers here, we're at 2,461 subscribers. So if anyone just subscribed to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you subscribing. Hello. Springer is still up on my screen. It's a full count on my TV. So for those of you who don't remember, my cable is lagging. It is behind. So, but on game day, it says George Springer just struck out. So, Nick, I am very intrigued to see what the Mets do. And there's the strikeout. I'm very intrigued to see what the Mets do, man. I really am. That is going to be something, man. I think both New York teams, I think they're both going to be the stories of the offseason. I think the Yankees, I don't know, dude. Like I've said a few times in this stream, the Yankees need to be the evil empire again. They need to start going crazy spending money. They have to. Because, I mean, they got guys that are sitting right there. Trevor Bauer, instant upgrade for your rotation. Instantly makes it a World Series contending rotation. Could you imagine a rotation of Garrett Cole, Trevor Bauer, if you bring back Tanaka as your 3, Tanaka, Davy Garcia, and Clark Schmidt? I mean, that's a really solid rotation. If all of those guys could stay healthy, all of those guys could make 25 to 30 starts. You know Cole, if he stays healthy, avoids some freak thing. Trevor Bauer, same thing. You know they're going to give you 30 starts. You know Tanaka will give you 25 to 30. Davey's young. Clark Schmidt's young. You could get them, 25 to 30 starts. That's what you need. That's what a good team needs. You need a lot of guys that can make multiple, tons of, all the starts. Not really missing turns in the rotation. If you look at the Red Sox, one of the reasons the Red Sox were so good in 2018, one of the reasons is the starting pitching. They had 4 guys that they had 3 guys that had at least 27 starts. Sale had 27. He was missing some time that year, but Porcello, he made all 33 starts. Price had 30 starts. Eduardo Rodriguez, he made 23. They traded for Eovaldi, and he made all of his starts after he came over, I believe. I think he might have missed 1 turn in the rotation for something going on. I don't remember what it was. But, but the Red Sox, they had good pitching depth. And if you look at the strikeouts per 9, Price, he had 9 strikeouts per 9. That's good. Sale had 13.5. That was freaking good. Eduardo Rodriguez had 10 strikeouts per 9. The Red Sox had a lot of pitching depth. So that's where, but if you look at the Yankees this year, 10 starts to me is kind of what you should have been at. You should have been at 10 starts this year, considering it was a 60-game season. Yeah, if you look at the rotation this year, they definitely had the guys make the starts, but he had Cole with his 12 starts. But to me, it's not just about making your starts. It's about I really look at the strikeouts per 9. Cole, he was dealing this whole. He was good this year, over 11 strikeouts per 9. To me, right now in this era of baseball, with all of these strikeouts that are happening, I think if you're at least a 9 to 10 strikeout per 9 guy, I think you're one of the better pitchers in the game. But yeah, Cole, he had 11.6. But then you look at, Jordan Montgomery was good. But Jordan Montgomery had a 3.87 FIP. I think Montgomery was a lot better than what it looked like. But, Tanaka, he was kind of lagging on the strikeouts a little bit. His FIP was higher. They just didn't really have, that second option. Paxton was pretty good, but, his ERA was high. FIP looked a lot better, but he wasn't good this year. The Yankees just didn't have enough starting pitching, and it really showed. It really showed in this series. If you had Trevor Bauer game 2, the Yankees would have won this series. It would have been, I think they would have won this series. Yeah, the Yankees would have won this series. If they had one more starting pitcher, an elite guy, I think, I think you'd be seeing the Yankees right now. Yeah, Pete, he is very raw. A lot of people do think of him as a bullpen guy. But I think next year, if you give him chances to start, I think he'll end up getting pretty good. But yeah, Tanaka's kind of a guy where he, I don't know. I don't trust him in an important postseason start. I do, because he has had a good track record in the postseason, but he doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. I don't know. To me, in the postseason, you need guys that can get strikeouts. That's what you need. You need that because you're going up against the better hitters in the game at this point. In the regular season, you can get by. If you got 8 strikeouts per 9, if you don't really strike out many guys, well, sure, that'll make you look better in the regular season because you're going up against weaker teams, in this case this year, the Pirates, the Orioles weren't a great team this year, the Red Sox even. So the Red Sox, when you're playing bad teams, you can get by with better ERAs, right? But that strikeouts per 9, that is telling of a pitcher's ability to be able to shut down a lineup. The more strikeouts you get, the better you are. So Tanaka, 8 strikeouts per 9 going into the postseason, that's not really going to get it done. So the Yankees window is closing. I think they have two more good years. Yeah, I could say they do have some young guys that are coming up, and I think that's where the Yankees, they need to have a big offseason. They got to bring in some guys that can extend that window. You know, give the minor leagues more time to, you know, catch up. Oh, I gotta plug in my iPad. 1 second. Oh, I have my charger here. Sweet. Thought I had my charger over in my bag. There we go. Chester, what's up, man? How we doing? All right, we gained a few more subscribers in the last 10 minutes. Sweet. If anyone is just coming in, if you just subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate that. We're just watching the Rays and the Astros tonight. We're talking baseball. We got some questions about the offseason tonight. We got some questions about teams next year. Good conversation tonight. Really liking the conversation tonight. 41 people in the chat right now. That's very good. But yeah, this is a tight game, man. This feels like Game 5 against the Yankees. Robbie, I was wondering, is there an improved version of batting average, kind of like on base and WOBA? I would say I tend to I'll look at the batting average. I think that's a good sign. I like looking at the OPS. That's just me. X-WOBA is good. If you look at Baseball Savant, if we look at Baseball Savant, these can really tell you a lot. I tend to look at exit velocity as well. That's where Gary Sanchez, like if you look, let's go to Gary Sanchez, for instance. I'm going to show you an example of why I don't just look at exit velocity and barrel percentage and stuff like that and hard hit percentage. Look at how, dude, Gary Sanchez this year, when he got the bat on the ball, dude, the guy would rocket it out wherever. 87th percentile in exit velocity, 91st percentile in hard hit percentage, barrel percentage, 97th. It was either to him, basically, you know what that says? That basically says he either hit a home run or he struck out. That was pretty much all it was. So, but if you go to expected statistics, X-WOBA is a good one because it combines the quality of contact, how much you strike out, and how much you walk. It kind of mixes that all in. It combines all of that, the hard hit percentage. So that's where if you go back to Gary Sanchez, Gary Sanchez, his X-WOBA ranked really low because he struck out a lot and he didn't walk very much. So he made good contact. If he didn't have this exit velocity and hard hit percentage and whatnot, this X-WOBA would be at the bottom. These are the things right here that are making it higher than than what it would be. But if you go to the leaderboards, look at Freddie Freeman, MVP probably this year. Honestly, Juan Soto could be the MVP. I don't think he played enough games. I think Freeman just played more games than him. But the same thing with Harper. Harper was, he had a very good X-WOBA. He had a lot of good things. He didn't strike out very much. Good contact on the ball. X-WOBA's good. I like X-WOBA, but I'm still a big fan of OPS, on base. I look at on base slugging, but OPS to me, I look at OPS a lot. To me, if you have a high OPS, that's very telling of kind of just how you are. If you can get on base and also driving a ton of runs, I think you're a very good player. So, yeah, I tend not to look at batting average a lot. I think it's important. Favorite song and favorite book. I don't know. Favorite song. I mean, I can't really think of a song at the moment. I'm kind of I kind of go back and forth. I get in moods. My favorite band of all time is Dropkick Murphys. I love Dropkick Murphys. They're from Boston. Love them. You got I'm trying to, wow, I'm going like blank. I have like different bands that I'll listen to at the gym. I'll have different bands that I listen to while I'm driving. Actually, when I'm driving now, I tend to listen to a lot of like YouTube stuff. Like, oh yeah, Pete, WRC Plus is good too. I need to start looking more at the zone percentage, like like how much you chase and how much, and how much contact you make on a pitch inside the zone. I need to start looking more at that stuff. I don't want to go too crazy with stats because I kind of want to have like a good balance of, some advanced stuff, but some, more for the casual fan too. A lot of people when they come in here, they're like, huh? Barrel percentage? What does that mean? Some people don't really want to know about the advanced stuff. They want to look at just ERA, batting average, how many home runs you have, which I'm fine with that. If that's how some people are. I'm okay with that. But then there's also I try to do my best. I'm still not an expert on the advanced stuff. I really am not. There's still stuff that kind of confuses me a little bit. But I tend to kind of find like a good balance to where, So, Chester, who do you think was better, 2014 Clayton Kershaw or 2018 Jacob deGrom? I'd have to pull up the stats, honestly. I feel like Jacob deGrom, right? I feel like I'm biased towards deGrom, dude. I love deGrom. If we pull up the stats, okay, let's go to Jacob deGrom. Let's go to Kershaw. Let's take a look. Okay, 2014. All right, I'm just going to go like in order here. I'm going to go back and forth. All right. We'll start off with the ERA, 1.77. No, I'll start with FIP. 1.81. deGrom in 2018. Oh, Kershaw had the lower FIP. In 2014, right? Yeah. XFIP. Yeah, Kershaw had a better XFIP. Actually, Kershaw, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking of Kershaw recently, but no, 2014. Yeah, when I'm thinking back to that time, like 5-6 years ago, he was freaking good. 2018, Jacob deGrom, 32 starts. Kershaw, he only made 27 starts that year. That's interesting. deGrom had more innings. So, I don't know if that's a factor. All right, strikeouts per 9. Let's look at that. Valdez is pitching a good game today. 10.85 strikeouts per 9 for Kershaw in 2014. deGrom in 2018 had a better strikeout percentage. Walks per 9. deGrom had a 1.91 walks per 9, while Kershaw in 2014 had a better walks per 9. Home runs per 9, 0.41. Was that better for deGrom? Oh, yeah, tied. Interesting. Oh, this is tough. All right, let's go to exit velocity. deGrom, I thought the Rays just hit another home run, but they were showing a replay. deGrom averaged 86.3 miles an hour of exit velocity. Kershaw, oh, they don't have it. Darn it. I'm guessing Kershaw was probably right around there. Wow. Let's go to wins above replacement. Let's see what 7.9. deGrom had a better wins above replacement on Fangraphs at least. Oh, what was that? Oh, I missed the Valdez play. What just happened? Oh, look at Valdez. Wow, look at him. Look at that. What a play. He was falling over. Good play. But yeah, this is a tough debate, man. Oh, that's tough. I feel like I'm going to give the edge to deGrom. He made more starts. He made 5 more starts in 2018 than Kershaw did in 2017. I'll give deGrom the edge a little bit, just because he made more starts. Oh, that's a base hit! Oh! And the Rays have taken the lead. Zunino! Look at the Rays, man. This is what they do. This is what they do. Yeah, Pete. Cole was nasty last year. The guy was dominant. I'm surprised he didn't win the Cy Young. I think he should have won it. Wow. The Rays right now, man. 2-1. Dude, this Rays team. This is what they are. They're pesky. They're pesky. Pesky team, man. Drew, what do you think of Whit Merrifield to the Brewers in exchange for Hauser and Bruce Turang? Or Bryce, sorry. Let me look up Bryce. I haven't really seen much of him. Wait, what? Who is this? Oh, he's a prospect. I was like, wait, what the frick am I looking at right now? Oh, and the Rays, they got some more action. Rosarina, he's up. Brasso reaches on an error. 2-1 Rays right now. Bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. All right, so he's a prospect. Where does he rank right now? Correa, man. Oh, Correa. You can't be flinging that ball into your hand, dude. I know you're good, but come on. It's postseason. What are you doing that for? Okay, so he's a second-ranked prospect, infield prospect. Where does he rank in the top 100? Oh, he doesn't even rank in the top 100. Okay. But whatever. He's a second prospect for the Brewers. I mean, honestly, I think if he can get something from Merrifield, I just don't see the Royals really needing him. I don't know. He is kind of one of those like face of the franchise kind of players. Like, you know, Whit Merrifield's good, man. Whoop. So yeah, Whit Merrifield. He's had a good career with the Royals. Good career. Okay, why are you showing postseason stats when he's not even in the postseason? I mean, he's had a good recent few years with the Royals. I don't know. I wonder if the Royals want to hang on to him. I kind of thought maybe they would deal him the trade deadline this year. He had a good year. 282. You know, decent OPS, 764. I don't know. I could see Whit Merrifield on the Brewers though. I think that'd be a good fit. If you're looking at the Brewers and kind of what they need, he kind of fits into that, you know, kind of like that Brewers sort of. I don't think he has a big contract. Does he have a big contract? I don't think it's that big. Oh, really? Oh, come on. I love this website. Now it's not working? Ugh. Oh, 4 years, 16.25. Oh, that's a Brewer contract written all over it. I definitely think, I mean, they got Woodruff and Burns. Hauser, I thought, could be a breakout candidate this year. He had a good year last year, but he wasn't very good this year. So, 1-6, 5.30. I don't know. But I don't know. Let's go check. Drew. Let's go check one of my favorite websites. A Rosarina trying to make something happen here. 2-1 Rays, top of the fifth, 2 on, 2 strikes. A Rosarina has been having an amazing postseason. Could he make something happen here? Oh, and he strikes him out. Valdez with a huge strikeout. All right, Drew, let's do this one. Oh, it's on the boards? Oh, okay, so you already did it. Hey, good for you. So, what are the values looking like? Where is it? Obviously Brewers. I posted a trade earlier. I actually wanted to check. Where is it? Here's the trade that I posted. I liked it myself. Hopefully, I was hoping to get some people liking it. But I had the Yankees getting Josh Hader and the Brewers getting this big package. Man, it's hard to really get people to like stuff on here. They tend to dislike. Dude, okay. First off, I just want to say this right now. I've posted this trade or something like this trade so many times on this website. I've said it in my videos. Joe Musgrove for Brandon Marsh. I have said this. And I would post this on here and I would get downvoted all the time. Like I posted this trade probably like 2 or 3 times. And I got downvoted on it like every single time. And now this person posts it and he gets 13 upvotes. I'm like, dude, what? I have posted this trade and it would always get more downvotes. And now someone else posts it and it gets way more upvotes than the downvotes. Like, are you kidding me? So, I don't know. That like bugs me. I'm like, okay. I don't understand these people that come on this website. You said it's in the orange? Oh, it's right here. Oh, this is cool. I didn't realize. I'm like looking at this one, and it's just sitting right here. Wow. I mean, honestly, it's not bad. I mean, the Royals, they're like just rich in pitching. I mean, Hauser, if you look at Adrian Hauser this year, let's look at what his FIP was. The ERA was high. FIP was kind of high. He had a good year last year. He had about over 9 strikeouts per 9, 3.88 FIP. But yeah, I mean, they'd be getting a decent prospect. I don't know. I feel like with the Brewers, just because of how he was this year. I mean, how old is he? He's what, 27? Yeah, 27. Almost 28. I guess, I don't know. I feel like with the Royals, they should get something else. I don't know. I feel like Hauser, his value shouldn't be this high. I think if you're the Royals, you got to get someone else. He does have a ton of potential. I'll give him that. But I think just because of the way his year was, I don't think his value should be this high. That's just my personal opinion. I think his value is probably more around like a 10 or something like that, 10 or 11. So I think the Royals should. I think this is a good start. I think they should be able to squeeze out one more prospect out of that. So, but I think Whit Merrifield will be a good addition. Let me go back to that Brewers depth chart. So, I mean, Whit Merrifield can pretty much play anywhere. So, if you look at Whit Merrifield, do they say what positions he can play? I know he can play second. I know he can play center. Yeah, so second, he can probably play third a little too, I would imagine. But if you look at where they're at, they got higher at second. So yeah, he's one of their young guys. I mean, they got Avasale. I don't know. How did Avasale do this year? They just got him. He was kind of whatever this year. I don't know. I mean, I definitely think he would be a good fit. I think he would be a cool, like, he's kind of like what you would expect a Milwaukee Brewer to be. Not a big contract, just like a solid player, So I think that would be a cool deal, honestly. Yeah, he can play third or short. I mean, he can play pretty much anywhere. Oh yeah, I think you would find a spot for him. Patrick, Rays fans have been bragging that they finessed the Cardinals. Seems to me that they failed to realize. I mean, yeah, they got Matthew Liberatore. That's going to be a pretty decent arm. Rosarina, of course, is having a great year right now. But, I mean, or honestly, this year, what did he, I think he hit like, what, 280 this year? Something like that. I mean, he had a pretty good year. You know, 280. He had a good OPS. He just didn't have that many at-bats. He was more of a platoon kind of a guy. Oh, there's a base hit for the Astros. They got a runner on. Top of the 6th here. Bregman with the base hit, getting on. But yeah, I mean, right now, of course, this trade is looking great because, I mean, he's going crazy this postseason. But I think Liberatore, I mean, that was a pretty good prospect, if you ask me. If you go to the Cardinals' top prospects right now, I'm pretty sure he is number 1. No, I want Cardinals top prospects. I'm pretty sure he's number 1 or number 2. No, he's number 3. Well, okay, he'd be higher because Dylan Carlson's he's staying up in the majors. So yeah, I'd argue that Liberatore is even better than Gorman. I mean, Liberatore is going to be good, man. Very good. If you go to the top 100, where are those two ranked? Yeah, so Liberatore 52, Gorman 43. How did Gorman do in 2019? I mean, his on base kind of tanked last year. Kind of tanked, especially when he got up to A+. I mean, he's got a ton of power. So yeah, honestly, I mean, I'd put Liberatore a little higher right now. He still has the home run potential, but I don't like that on base. When you're in the minors, to me, you should be getting on base a good amount. I think Liberatore, he's going to be the real deal. I mean, 2019, you know, he's pretty good. So, yeah. You know, he's solid. He looks like he could probably, you know, looking at him in this picture right here, it looks like he'd probably add some mass to his frame a little bit. He stands 6'4", 200 pounds. He could definitely add some size. He's 6'4". Put on like 10, 20 pounds, dude. You'll probably get an uptick in velocity. He already throws pretty hard. So, sits in the lower 90s, touches mid-90s, of course. But yeah, if you look at this, you know, he's got a good curve. So, I've read before he's got one of the better curves in the minor leagues. I like Liberatore. I think honestly, I think he needs to grow into his frame a little bit more. He's 6'4", 200 pounds. You're a lanky manky, dude. You got to get some meat on you. If I'm freaking 220 at 5'10", I'm 20 pounds heavier than that dude, and he is about 6 inches taller than me. So, you know, to put that in perspective. So, and I'm not really like fat. Like I'm, you know, I got a little fluff on me. I do powerlifting, so I like to have a little fluff on me. But I'm not like fat. I'm not like out of shape. So, yeah, dude. Liberatore, if you're watching for some odd reason right now, please eat a hamburger. Robbie, if you could have any pitcher in the majors pre-arbitration eligible, who would it be? Oh, again, I'm a visual person, Pete. I need to see names. Where can I look this up? I guess we could go to Fangraphs, honestly. Is there a way I can look at, like, by age? Oh, yeah, I can, actually. Age. So, I don't know. I'll say, like, 25. I'll say 26. Age is 14. So, there was someone on this, like, for whenever that was 14 years old. Okay. So, oh, Bieber for sure. Oh, pre-arbitration eligible? Let's, okay, hold on. So I'll say they pitched at least 20 innings this year. So, hold on, let me look at, so how many years is Bieber away from arbitration? Is Bieber about to go to arbitration? Oh, he's not even. He's not. Oh, Shane Bieber, dude. Oh, Bieber, easily. Yeah, oh yeah, that's an easy one. Easy. I mean, but you got other guys too. Corbin Burns, that's really good. I mean, yeah, dude. Yeah, Bieber easily. That's not even close. Let's say Bieber. Let's say not counting Bieber. I'd be intrigued, honestly, at Devin Williams. Devin Williams could be cool. That'd be cool. Zach Gallen, I like Zach Gallen. So, if you rank the FIPs, yeah, Zach Gallen, he had over 10 strikeouts per 9. He's solid. Yeah, honestly, I'd be really intrigued about Devin Williams. I think that'd be awesome. Have him as your closer. Dude, nasty. I wouldn't be surprised to see Devin Williams win the Rookie of the Year. I would not be surprised. I think Cronenworth is probably going to get it, but I wouldn't. Watch out for Devin Williams, dude. He was that dominant out of the bullpen. He was dominant. He didn't just come out of the bullpen for like one inning. He would come in and pitch like 2 or 3 innings at a time. So, Alec Wall, what's going on, man? How are we doing? Alec, we're just looking at some stats right now, man. We're going over which pre-arbitration pitcher would you want? I mean, Shane Bieber's the easy one, because he doesn't go to arbitration until for a couple years. But I think, honestly, I think you got to go Devin Williams for me. He's that good. He kind of, walks are a little high. I'm okay with that. But, you got guys like Ian Anderson. Even Pablo Lopez is fun. Let's look at strikeouts per 9. Let me just go starters. I'll just go starters, not relievers. Not counting Shane Bieber. Marquez was pretty good this year. He was not very good last year. Oh, Giolito? Oh, dude, give me Giolito. Giolito. Corbin Burns, I think he needs to prove it to me a little more. I love Giolito, dude. Give me Lucas Giolito. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. If I were to take one picture right now, starter, reliever, I like Devin Williams that much. I do. I think the guy's awesome. Honestly, I'm a little biased towards him because I picked him up in fantasy, and that dude gave me some insane points. So, but yeah. All right. But we're back to the game. We got a close one. Top of the 6th. 2-1 Rays. Astros, they got off to a hot start, but they have just been kind of cold. They've gotten some base hits, but they haven't really done much at all. They can't take advantage with any runners on, but they are threatening here. 2 outs, runner on third. Got Diaz coming up. Has a home run this postseason. So, Alec Boehm over Jake Cronenworth. I think Cronenworth, I think he simply played some more games. I like Boehm, though. I think Boehm's going to be a stud. I think he's going to be a really good player. I wouldn't mind Boehm maybe putting a little more on his frame. Oh, could you imagine if that dude adds like 10, 15 pounds? Dude's going to be trucking out like 60 home runs. Be freaking nuts. Okay, maybe not 60, but he'll have some serious power. Oh, weak grounder right out in front of him. Oh, that's a bummer for Houston, man. Bummer for Houston. This is what the Rays do, man. They got these good arms out of the bullpen. Even if their starter can only go like 4 or 5 innings, if that bullpen, they're going to hold it down, man. Kira is loving it. Kira's loving it. Empath is loving it too. Alrighty, how are we doing right now in the chat? We got 32 people. If you guys haven't already, if you can, leave me a thumbs up on the stream, or you can leave me a thumbs down. Either one, I don't really care. Well, I care more if you like the stream. That's very nice. But if you give me a thumbs down, it won't hurt my feelings. But yes, so right now we're at 33. Super chats are on. Astros are cheaters. But, hey, you can't say that they're cheaters right now. You can't say they're cheaters right now. They are. They're here. They're here. Sean, what's going on, man? How you doing? Giraffe Neck Mark's video. All right, let's take a look. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this. Giraffe Neck Mark's video. I got to see what this is all about.
All right, so we're sitting here with Jabari Blash of the Los Angeles Angels.
Can
You guys know he's the GOAT.
Please mute. Okay. Okay, here we go. The Yankees lose.
On a postseason roster, hit .302 this year.
Oh, whoops.
Has homered to try to extend it in this ninth inning. And he hits a bullet. Oh, and it's caught at third by Wendell. And that's it. It is over.
Yankees lose.
Ooh, it's time to pop.
I love David
Okay,
Ortiz.
let's
That
break
makes me
this
laugh
bad
every
boy
time.
open. Let's not shake this up. Hold on a second. Woo! Here we go. Champagne. I almost forgot, along with the champagne. That tastes terrible. I almost forgot to blow out my candles. 11 years. It's been 11 years since the Yankees last made the World Series. So, happy birthday. Congratulations on making it to the ALDS. So everybody, let's make a wish. Close your eyes on the count of 3. We'll blow out the candles and congratulate the Yankees on another just mediocre season. A failure. 11 in a row. 3, 2, 1. Nothing but the best for the Yankees, a Twinkie, because that's kind of what they are. They're just like mediocre, like a Twinkie. The Yankees lose! Oh, that's amazing. It feels so good to say in 2020. The evil empire has fallen again for the 11th straight.
But they're not the evil empire right now.
That's pretty amazing.
I mean,
Only thing
not
better
like
would've
the
been
old
if they won
evil
the
empire.
Gotta love
If
it.
you really want the evil empire, you go back to like, dude, the late 90s, like that early 2000s, they were just buying everyone. That is the evil empire.
Gotta love it. I will have another drink of this champagne, though. Nothing like some cheap champagne that tastes great after a Yankees loss in the ALDS to the Tampa Bay Rays, just like I said.
All right, I can't watch anymore. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just think I don't know. I like the beginning. I like with David Ortiz, but I don't know. It's like, Mark, dude. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be a bummer. I'm just like, I don't know. Can't make me laugh. Alrighty. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. Do you think Matt Liberatore will be the Cards' ace over Flaherty? I definitely think he has a lot of potential. I mean, I definitely think he could be a 1 or a 2. Well, I'll have to watch it later. I can't watch it right now. We got the game on. I got to pay attention to the game. I did like the addition of David Ortiz saying, "Duh! Yankees lose." I always love that. That makes me laugh. So I'll give Mark some props for putting that in. I don't know, Pete. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of, I can't trash on him. Like, I'll criticize some of the stuff he says. I can't trash on him because that dude has built a following. Yeah, dude. Devin Williams was nasty, Drew. Devin Williams. I think now that you have Devin Williams, I think you can ship out Hader, man. I think you'll be fine with Devin Williams as your closer. I think you can get rid of Hader. I think you can get a good package for him. Astros bullpen, I think they need to stick to a few guys. If they can just stick to a few guys, I think they'll be successful. Hey, I'm just saying, with Hader, dude, you can get a good package of prospects for him. He still has value. If he has been kind of progressively getting worse over the last few years, I mean, I don't know. What if it's like going to just keep getting worse? I mean, I don't know. Strike hot. Strike while the iron's hot. And if you can get a decent package for him, I mean, I don't know. I think maybe go for it. I think if you're the Brewers, you're kind of in like this weird spot right now where you're kind of like in a transition, like a retooling kind of a phase. I think you could maybe get something for Hader. Not even maybe. I think you can get something for Hader. I think the Yankees could be motivated to get someone like him. You know, this is what bullpens need. Look at what the Rays bullpen does. They have guys that just throw hard. That's what you need. So, even like the A's bullpen, they got some guys that can just throw some gas, man. Liam Hendricks at the back end. Dude. The Lakers win? I'm not a LeBron James fan. I can't stand LeBron James. Honestly, like, I knew there was a game tonight, but it's like, I don't know. I know ESPN is going to blow this up. They're going to talk about it. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Hey, good. Congrats to the Lakers, man. Congrats. Definitely, the Lakers to me were just like the best team this year. So. But Renfroe is up. Renfroe can do some damage, man. One swing could be a 4-1 game. That could be an interesting trade for Hader. Royce Lewis. I think his stock has kind of dropped a little bit, but yeah, it's a good win for Kobe. Definitely a good win for Kobe. I'm just not a LeBron fan. I'm just not. For a multitude of reasons, which I will not get into. Because I could talk about it for hours. But Anthony Davis, good for him. Good for him. Martin to slugger, dude. Martin to slugger. Let's cut that out, dude. But yes, Tampa is winning. It's a close game, man. Oh, what a curve from Valdez. Oh, my God. Wow, what a curve. Jesus. Oh, hey, Drew. Thanks for coming out tonight, man. Thank you. Valdez, man, he's had a good year. Quietly has had a good year. He's looking good in this postseason, man. That curve, it's a good curve. Let me look at Valdez on Baseball Savant. Valdez has to have one of the better curveballs. He has to rank up there. No, I don't want Brian Valdez. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that curveball. That curveball's nasty. I mean, I'm seeing how much it's moving, and I figured before I even typed this in he was going to be up here. Yeah, 96 percentile on that curveball spin rate. You know, the problem with Valdez this year, he gives up a lot of hard hit balls, a lot of exit velocity. Gets a good amount of strikeouts, though. He kind of makes up for it. So, but yeah, Valdez has one of the better curveballs this year. I mean, look at this. Look at the vertical movement on this curveball. Like that's in red, red, red. That ranks really good. Last year too. So he's got a decent changeup as well. Valdez is good. He has a good mix of pitches. He actually throws the sinker the most often, which is pretty cool. Like a two-seamer sinker. Throws that curve a good amount. He mixes in a changeup. That's the thing. He only throws his changeup about 10% of the time, but he's got a good one. So that's what makes him good, is he has a third pitch that where it's a good third pitch, and he doesn't break it out too much. So, hey, once in a while he'll throw in a little fastball. So Valdez is good, man. Rad from Rad and Dad. Let's stop typing in the F's, please. Oh, Chester, Draftneck Mark was here. Oh, but he gets the walk. So they got 2 on here, 2 outs. This could be a game-changing inning here. Rays with the 2-1 lead. Could they extend this lead? Yeah, they got some guys warming. They got this mound visit, giving him some more time. Dusty Baker. I wish you had that toothpick. That's one of the better things about Dusty Baker, man. Has that toothpick. Look at those socks. Look at those Rays socks, man. Like that neon green. Those are pretty cool. Kind of like those. This is Manuel Margot. He had 1 home run the whole season, and he has 2 home runs this postseason. Could he break out another home run? So it's just the at-bat is just starting on my TV, but on game day, he has an 0-2 count. So he threw a sinker, curveball. I'd say break out that changeup, man. Break out the changeup. Or maybe just go back to that curveball. I don't know. I'd probably break it. I think you maybe go curveball. Well, I don't know. It's kind of a hard one. I'd say go changeup on the third pitch. But what do I know? Okay, went back with the curveball. Not a bad idea either. Honestly, he can throw that curveball all night. It's looking good. But he threw the curveball on the third pitch. Gets Manuel Margot to ground out. So the Astros get out of it. It's still going on my TV. But on game day, it is done. Sean, I'm probably going to just stick with what we have for the moderators for right now. I think we're doing better now. And there's the ground out to Correa. Hey, bang, bang play. Solid play. Okay. We're going to put you in timeout, Martin. Yeah, BZ baseball, man. Astros, when they get Verlander back, they'll probably get Verlander back probably, I don't know, like mid-season, I'd say. Well, no, actually, no, they might not even get him back. Will they get him back next season at all? Because he underwent Tommy John like a couple months ago. So, I wonder if they get him back. I don't even know if they get him back next season. That's okay, Patrick. I mean, don't forget, I am a moderator as well. So, But yes, good point, Sean. Sometimes, everyone, I don't see your comments, and I just won't even, I won't even see it. So that's why it definitely is. If you do have a question or a comment, super chat is the best way, because I won't miss that at all. It pops up on the screen. It makes a little sound. A GIF pops up. So, yeah, that's why if you leave just like a little support for the channel, I won't miss it. So, but there will be times in the chat I will definitely miss something. So, yeah, Kerry, the Rays are looking pretty good. I think the Rays, they're I kind of feel like they're going to end up squeaking in another run at one point. I could see that. The Astros just haven't been able to get anything together. Anytime I see a team that has like all these hits, but they only have one run or no runs, I just think like, you're wasting so many opportunities. But look at the Rays. They've gotten 2 runs on 4 hits. That to me is a winning team. That's just a winning team to me. This game actually is moving along. Pretty nice pace, honestly. Feel like it's not taking too long. It's not going too quick. Kind of just a nice pace, I would say. All right, we got another subscriber. Again, the subscribers, they're not popping up on the screen. I don't know why Super Chat, it doesn't do it. Maybe I got to log in here. Oh, maybe that'll work. I wasn't logged in. I just realized that. Yeah, it's saying here, 0 subscribers. But I've literally been looking at my app where it tells me all my statistics. And I've gained like 8 subscribers during this stream. But it's saying right here, 0 subscribers. So I don't know why Streamlabs does this. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. So all these opportunities for these the gift to be popping up and everything, just not popping up. I don't know, Streamlabs. What are you guys doing? Yeah, I'd say, hey, Jackson, Patrick, just time him out. Just time him out. Yeah. Well. Oh, struck him out. Big strikeout there from Thompson. Wow. Man, this is another arm that the Rays have. He's not going to throw like hard like these other guys, but he has this low arm slot, like that kind of submarine sort of pitch. Dude's got so much movement all over the place. Let's go look up Ryan Thompson on Baseball Savant. He's got a crazy arm slot, the submarine style. He's got so much movement. Baseball Savant. Yeah, he does well. Exit velocity, not really much. Doesn't give up a lot of barrels. Ex-Woba ranks pretty good. If you look, I mean, he definitely throws the sinker most often and that slider. That combo is like deadly. You got the sinker coming in, slider going away. Ugh. But if you take a look, sinker is ranked really well this year. Yeah, about 3.7 inches more than the average. And then the slider ranks really well, about 3.2 inches more than the average. It's really good. So he's got some good movement, man. That's a good guy to have in the bullpen, kind of give you a different look. You know, instead of just like these guys throwing gas, he just comes in and he's not a guy that throws gas, but he's got life on his fastball or on his sinkers. Actually, let me go back to that. What is... I don't think it's going to say the spin rate. Well, yeah, because his fastball spin rate, I mean, because he doesn't really throw his fastball. He throws his fastball 9% of the time. So his fastball is not that great. But he throws it for a different look. So Thompson, he's a guy, if you need a ground ball, he's going to get you a ground ball. Let me actually go look at his ground ball percentage. So ground ball percentage for Ryan Thompson. Gets a lot of ground balls. 61, or that's the postseason. He had a 59% ground ball rate. If we take a look at the leaders, among relievers, ground ball percentage. So, yeah, he ranked pretty well. Wasn't he 59%? Where is he? How many innings did he throw this year? He only threw 26 innings. So, where? Okay, so at least 20 innings. Ground ball.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, there's a subscriber. Caleb Owens just subscribed. What is going on? How are we doing? I was wondering if that was going to work. Was definitely wondering if that was going to work. That's weird. Why isn't it updating it? Oh, there it is. There we go. Why is he not popping up on here? Oh, here he is. So he ranked 22nd among all relievers in ground ball percentage with a 55.8%. So, yeah, he'll definitely come in and get that ground ball when you need it. Ryan Thompson, he's been solid. Jackson, I don't know. Hey, Martin DeSlugger, thanks for subscribing, man. I don't think that's Peter Griffin, but that'd be really funny if it was. I love Peter Griffin. Haven't really heard your opinion on Vlad Jr. Do you think he's capable of eventually producing an... Oh, yeah, absolutely. He definitely does. Let's go to... He didn't really have I think a lot of people were expecting like this really exciting year out of him. But I know he still had some good exit velocity. Still had some good hard hit ball percentage. Still had some good barrel percentage. I mean, look at this. All reds. I mean, the guy, yeah. I mean, still ranked pretty average-wise with the ex-WOBA. Barrel percentage actually ranked more in the middle, but look at the exit velocity. Look at the hard hit percentage. He just needs to get I think he needs to get more barrels on the ball a little bit. That's when you're going to start seeing him like become more of like this all-around hitter. But, I mean, look. 262 average, 9 homers, 33 RBIs. I think he just needs to get in a little better shape. I think that's just with him. I mean, he's probably going to have that hang over his head. I just think these guys, it's like, come on, lose a little bit of weight, get in a little bit better shape, keep your, lose weight to where you're not going to lose your strength. That's probably why he probably likes to stay a little heavier, because he wants to get more power behind the ball. He wants more strength. I think to me, if he can just drop a few pounds, get a little quicker with the bat, just become a better athlete. I mean, 250 at 6'2", I mean, that's like a power lifter body right there. I'm 225 at 5'10". So he's got a few inches on me. He's got 4 inches, and he's got 25 pounds on me. Well, actually, no, I was 222 this morning. So, yeah, he's got about, 25, 30 pounds on me. So, but yeah. But Vlad Jr., man, let's take a look. I actually haven't seen much on Vlad Jr. this year.
Guerrero and his cohorts.
Oh, this is from last year. Ugh.
In the air, left
Vlad
field,
Jr. is just
Guerrero.
disgusting. Oh, don't want to play videos, so I'll probably get a copyright. Don't want that. How much do I bench? Most I've ever benched in a powerlifting competition, 315 in a competition. I'm not very strong with my upper body. With my lower body, I've squatted 530 pounds and I've deadlifted 560 pounds. Not great by any means for powerlifting, but you know, it's something. So, but those were the squat and the deadlift that I've done were in a national competition where they had like very strict judges. So it wasn't like just some squat in the gym. Like it was actually like a, you know, pretty legit squat. So, Martin, dude, if you can deadlift a car, you need to come to Orlando Barbell where I train, and you need to teach us something. Because if you are deadlifting cars, you know, I mean, you're a beast. I'm just saying. The most that I lift is the only thing I keep track of when I'm lifting is how many slices of pizza I am lifting to my mouth. So, not lately though. I'm trying to lose some weight, getting a little bit too turning into a fluff McGruff a little too much. So. Honestly, hey, that's still heavy, Jack. Freaking Mini Cooper, still heavy. Martin, that's how fluffy I am. They're more fluffy than the Golden Arches, if that makes any sense. Oh, he lines that. There's an actual like hit. Haven't really seen many of these. Look at Kevin Kiermaier, longtime Tampa Bay Ray. Feel like the Rays are going to win this game. I just feel like it. I don't know, man. The more they hang around, the more likely they're going to win. And they've just been hanging around this whole game. They were down until the fifth when they took the lead. I'm just saying, man. Oh, going for the bunt. You don't see many bunts. Not many bunts. It's nice to see a bunt. Who do the Dodgers have in the bullpen? High leverage and middle relief. Definitely the back end. You got Jansen. Gratterall, he's kind of emerging lately, which I kind of thought was going to happen. The dude's just got such good stuff. I mean, that guy, you got him. Joe Kelly will probably, you know, he kind of more like a seventh inning kind of a guy. You know, training's there. They got some decent pieces. If you look at the Dodgers bullpen. I mean, if you take a look, I mean, Jake McGee's been good this year. Floro's been good. You know, they got some guys. Gratterall, man, dude. It's kind of funny looking at Gratterall. Only 5 strikeouts per 9. He throws that hard, but he just doesn't get many strikeouts. It's pretty funny. But Kolarek's been good. They got good guys, man. Pedro Baez will come in here and there. You know, good bullpen. Taylor was a younger guy that the Astros got. Wow, we got 4 more subscribers. 4 more subscribers since the last time I checked. We're at 2469. All right, we're closing in on 500. We're about 31 subscribers away Hey, if we can get to 2,500 in the next couple of days, that'd be awesome. Look at Blake Taylor, man. 95 on the corner. Ooh. Inside corner, you're not going to hit that. Hey, if this series is like this the whole way, this could be a fun series. I don't think I ever gave my prediction of how many games. I have the Rays winning this series. I'd say the Rays are going to win this in 6 games. I'm going to say 6 games. Honestly, I feel like a part of me, I feel like you could see a Rays sweep. I mean, could you see a Rays sweep? Honestly, this Rays team, they're just so good. Hey, Bruce, what's going on? How we doing? Yeah, Jack. I mean, game 1 is so ooh, hit him. That's what Chapman tried to do back a month ago. But yeah, Jack, game 1 is so important. So important. Really sets the tone most of the time. I don't know what the percentage is, but I know the percentage is pretty high. The team that usually wins game 1 goes on to win the series. I think, right? Teams that win game 1 MLB playoffs. I know there's a statistic for it. All right, so they have an article from Time. Want to win the first round of the baseball playoffs? Just win game 1. The first round of the 2017 baseball playoffs got underway Thursday, 3 years ago. Man, I remember the Astros beating the Red Sox in that first round. The Red Sox just looked so overmatched in that series. Cleveland, man, remember the Indians? When did they knock out the Yankees? 2016? I know there's a percentage. First game winners in the division series. What is this? Oh, this is cool. Okay. So this is the division series. Do they have the championship series? Oh, this is for the division series. Whatever. But yeah, usually, so yeah, 95. So these are all the team. What does a square mean? Oh, they lost a series. What does a circle mean? What does a red circle mean? I don't get it. Well, whatever. But as you can see here, teams that tend to win game 1 tend to win the series. Let me type in just World Series. So just an article. Okay. I don't know, percentage. Okay, maybe here. I just want a percent. That's all I want. When was this posted? This is 23rd. Look at that. 2013 World Series, man. Ugh. Good times. Good times. Okay, I don't know. Well, 34.3% of the time, a game 7 has happened. Well, when this article was made. So I don't know. I'm not like getting like a stat. Can anyone else find a? Oh, here we go. MLB. Well, this is back in 2011. Whatever. I'll give you something. I don't want to look at this one. It's 2011. But yeah, game 1 of the playoff series. Is this for a 7-game? Oh, here we go. So back in 2011, at least this article I'm finding here, if whoever won game 1, they won this. They had a 65.6% chance of winning the series. So I'm guessing that's probably similar now. Let me type in one more way. Chances of winning a series when you win game 1. Is this the same one that I just picked? When was this article made? Oh, cool. Here we go. Oh, perfect. They just made this article. So wait, where's the article that I just clicked on? Oh, here we go. Okay, so yeah, it was right around the same. Hasn't really changed all that much. But yeah, division series, whoever won game 1. Oh, that's funny because the Yankees won game 1 against the Rays. And game 1, usually in the division series, 73% of the time, the game 1 winner goes on to win the series. But the Rays proved that wrong this year, so that's funny. But that worked out for the Astros. That worked out for the Dodgers. And that worked out for the Braves. So, did not work out for the Yankees, though, which is kind of more funny. But yeah, in a 7-game series, 64% of the time. So, pretty much, winning game 1 is, most of the time, important. So, but yeah. But, as we saw with the Rays, in the last series, they did not win game 1. And that didn't seem to really affect them. But isn't that just such a Rays move? You know? That's such a Tampa Bay Ray move. They go completely against what the statistics, say. They just figure out a way to win. You know? Yankees versus Rays matchup in all division series in general deserves 7 games. Honestly, you could argue, at the end of the day, you know, you got to come to play at the end of the day. But I honestly really think I didn't like with the bracket. I did not like how the highest seed it went according to the bracket. So to me, the Rays, in my personal opinion, should have played the Astros in the first round because the Astros were the lowest seed and the Rays were the highest seed. That should have been the division series round for me, for the Rays. And I think it should have been Yankees A's. That's just me. I think if you put the Yankees and the Rays in an ALCS, let's say the Rays beat the Astros 5 games, let's say the Yankees beat the A's in 5 games, I think personally you might have a different series in 7 games between the Yankees and the Rays. So, if this was a 7-game series, let's say this was still going, Yankees just threw Garrett Cole. I don't know. I'd probably still give it to the Rays, honestly. If let's say the Rays had a 3-2 lead right now, and they just beat Garrett Cole in Game 5. Well, I don't know. Would they? I don't think the Yankees would pitch Garrett Cole Game 5. Well, no, I don't know. If they were down 3-2, or if their series was tied 2-2, well, no, I don't know. If the series was tied 2-2, would the Yankees throw Garrett Cole Game 5? I don't think they would. I think they would hold off on Cole, and I think if they went down 3-2, you would have Cole on a Game 6. Well, then even then, having Cole pitching, that doesn't guarantee a win either. So, I still think, I'd still say, Rays would probably still win in a 7-game series against the Yankees. So, honestly, I mean, dude, I think that would be really surprising if the Braves beat the Dodgers, because right now the Dodgers, they're just a better team all around, statistically, than the Braves, especially in the regular season. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying if it does happen, that would be a big surprise to me. Just because of how good the Dodgers have been this year. They're better than the Braves in every statistic. If you look at the Rays were better than the Yankees in a lot of statistics. But the Yankees had a better offense, And I think that showed. The Yankees scored more runs than the Rays in this series, I believe. Did they? I think they might have, actually. Well, take a look. Yankees had 9, 5, so that's 14, 18, 23, 24 runs. While the Rays, they scored 3, 10, 18, 19, 21. So the Yankees did score more runs in this series. So that actually, that actually worked out. I mean, the statistics proved that technically the Yankees did score more than the Rays in that series. So you could say, okay, well, the Yankees had the better, they had the better offense. However, it's actually interesting when you look, if you go to the Fangraphs, the splits leaderboard, I want everyone to take a look. So one interesting thing that you can do on Fangraphs is you can go to the splits leaderboard. And I actually looked with the Rays. The Rays were actually a much better team. I believe, I could be wrong. I believe the Rays were a much better team in high leverage situations. Yes. So take a look. How funny is this? Statistics don't lie a lot. The Yankees, now let me show you this. So this is actually very telling of how that series played out. So if you take a look at the team rankings for batting, the Yankees ranked way higher than the Rays, I believe, overall. So, well, okay, maybe not way higher, but the Yankees, they had a better offensive runs above average than the Rays. They were 4th, while the Rays were 8th. However, if you just look at runs scored, the Yankees were 4th, while the Rays, where are the Rays? We're 12th. So that's very telling. So the Yankees overall had a better offense. Like, they could score more runs. But if you look at how Game 5 turned out, the Rays got a big home run late in the game. And the Rays, they're better in high leverage situations. They ranked 7th, while the Yankees ranked 17th. So it's funny when you look at these statistics, the Yankees were better with runs scored, but the Rays were better when it came to the clutch situations. So it's very telling. But let's take a look, actually. Let's actually go back to that splits leaderboard. Let's see if the Dodgers or the Braves were better. I think the high leverage situations, I think those are important when it comes to playoff winning teams. Those teams that have a knack for doing well in those high leverage situations, I think those teams tend to end up having more success in the postseason. I'm not sure on that. I'm kind of just throwing it out there. I'd have to look at every World Series winning team. I might actually maybe do that here in a little bit. But if we take a look, high leverage, take a look. So the Dodgers ranked second. Oh, big strikeout there of Brandon Lau. Brandon Lau continues to struggle. Hitting only 103 this postseason. Struggling Brandon Lau. But, so yeah, if you look at the Dodgers, they're very good in clutch situations. If you look at the Braves, they ranked 16th. So, yeah. That's why there's another edge that the Dodgers have. If we take a look, Tampa Bay, if you look at against the Astros, Tampa Bay was better than the Astros this year. So, let's take a look. So Tampa Bay, let's take a look at Tampa Bay this year. Let's just say this Astros offense is more kind of what, they flipped on a switch recently. Let's say the Astros offense is more like last year's. Tampa Bay, so they have a 120 WRC plus in high leverage situations. Let's look at last year. Let's check. Wait, why can't I enter that date? 3. Okay. And let's check. Oops. How were the Astros last year? Oh, that's funny. The Astros last year, they had a 113 WRC plus in high leverage situations. While the Rays this year, they have a 120. Wait, where did it go? Oh, Fangraphs, come on. Yeah, high leverage. Wait, what am I looking at right now? Splits. Wait, what just happened? I don't even know what just happened. Where is... Wait, what? 2004? What is going on? Oh, okay, I see. Because it's going... Wow, these are like the best high leverage teams of all time? So the San Diego Padres had the highest WRC plus ever? No, so the Astros actually had the 2017 Astros had the highest WRC plus, I guess, of all time in high leverage situations. So the 2004 Yankees, that's funny. Look how good this Yankees team was in 2004. Look at the 2004 Red Sox. 27th. It's interesting. Yeah, well, the Rays, they were better in high leverage than the Astros were last year. So, interesting. But that's what the Rays do. Oh, am I off? Oh, no. Oh, how do I fix that? Is it working now? Oh, looks. Is it working now? It's lining up on mine. Sean, maybe try clicking out of the stream and then come back in. It's good for you, Joe? It's working on mine. I'm looking at my stream, and it's looking all right. I don't know, Sean. It could be maybe something on your end. But we are in the 8th. Houston trying to do something here. They got to run her on. No outs. This is a chance for Houston here. Loop is in the game. Hope I'm saying that right. Is it Loop or is it Laup? Like Brandon Lau. Should be Brandon Lowe. Nice. Aaron Soup. But no, Sean, it was kind of being it was being weird for me as well. So I noticed that on my end as well. Oh goodness, Bregman has not looked right. Even on the couple of home runs that he's hit in the postseason, he just hasn't looked right. There's something going on with his swing. I think a lot of people will, again, go back to the cheating and whatnot. I really think Bregman just doesn't look right. His his timing hasn't looked right this whole year. Because just looking at that swing right there, it wasn't like it was just a cutter, 85 miles an hour. It wasn't like he got completely fooled. So, I don't know. His swing just looks really off. I don't remember his swing being so jerky last year. He looked like last year he had a pretty smooth swing. Like, I don't remember it being looking like that. Yeah, I'd say, honestly, with him, probably a lot of these Astros guys, just a lot of just mechanical things, timing issues. So, he looked like he got fooled on it. But it's like, how are you getting fooled on a 85-mile-an-hour pitch? It looked like maybe he was out front on it. Maybe he was expecting like a changeup or something. I don't know. Well, hey, maybe that is the cheating. He always knew what was coming. You're right, Colby. I just put 2 and 2 together. I was oh, dang. Dude, they need freaking fans. I hate how quiet this is. It just like puts me to sleep, dude. It's crazy how much louder the fans are. Was that 95? It said 8. Hold on. Oh, it was 95. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong pitch. Thank you. I didn't know. I was looking at the cutter before that. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know. Maybe he was looking changeup or something. I don't know. Does he even throw a changeup? I don't think he even throws a changeup. Does he? I've been seeing a lot of sinkers. Wait, where is? Okay, he doesn't really have 3. He doesn't really throw one. Yeah, I don't know. He must have, I don't know if it's just something mechanically or if he was just off or if he was looking for something different. I don't know. Good old Folty. Kyle Tucker's been pretty good this year. Had a pretty good postseason, hitting .357. Oh, look at that. As I'm saying that, gets a base hit. He hit that one a little too hard, man. Hit that a little too hard, but they got the bases loaded. Oh, man. The way this game's going, though, I mean, am I the only one expecting the Rays to get out of this somehow? That was a good hit. Good hit. Took it the other way. Didn't try to do too much with it. Why do I feel like the Astros are just not going to they're not going to do anything here? They've gotten 8 hits tonight. They've only gotten 1 run. I don't know, man. I just think like the way the Rays have been getting out, getting these Astros guys out when they're getting on base. Got Castillo coming out. I don't know. I'm expecting Castillo here to be shut down and not allow anything to come in. Alvarado should be a pretty good presence in that bullpen. I feel like the Rays bullpen is just always going to be good. But we are still going strong here. 25 people in the chat. What is going on, everyone? We got a pitching change going on. Diego Castillo is coming in. Base is loaded right now for the Astros. So this, to me, I know they got another 3 outs, but this, to me, this is the Astros' chance right here. This is the game. You know that Rays bullpen is shut down. I don't know. Next inning, no runners on. I don't see the back end of this Rays bullpen giving it up. So this to me is the This is the Astros' chance right here. Oh. But here we go. Castillo's in. Look at that. Ground ball. What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say? It's like you kind of just... The way you see a game going, like the whole game, they've had 8 hits this whole game and 1 run. They have not been able to get anyone in. Literally just said this. Literally just said it. Please move your face cam to the top right. Oh, is it blocking something here? I don't want to change it during the stream. I'll just move my screen down. It wasn't blocking anything. That's what I was literally just saying. It's like, you know, when it just feels like this happens, not even just this game, it feels like that is just a thing that happens when a team all game they get all these runners on, but they can't get them across. It just feels like that's kind of just going to happen the whole game. Many times that's happened with my Red Sox. It's super frustrating. Where they have like all these opportunities, and then late in the game, they get 2 on, or they get the bases loaded, and they still can't do anything with them. So, is it, but guys, you can see right here in the box score. You can see the box score right here. It's okay, Patrick. I see what you're saying, though. You want to see this score. Yeah, but no, I'll make sure to keep that shown. I can't really move my camera right now, though. Yeah, no, this score right here, definitely, Patrick, it's a lot more visually appealing than having to look at these tiny little numbers down here. So, but that was a big one. That's a big one right there. But now the Rays, they're going to come in and 3 more outs. So 3 more outs. Can the Rays add some insurance here? 2-1. Definitely be a good chance for a home run right here. Kind of not surprised the way this game's gone tonight. Not much scoring. Good pitching on both sides. Framber Valdez, he's been good for the Astros all year. He's been good in the postseason. Even with, Blake Snell only going 4 innings, that bullpen has just been shut down this year. So, but this is definitely their chance to squeak over another run. Hold on 1 second, everyone. I'm going to come back here to you. I want to fix something on... I can't do it now. Darn it. Oh, well. I was going to fix something with the camera, but I can't really do it. Nope. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just clicking around. Look at that play by Correa. Just beating it out. Chester what? The mayor? He made a wiggler unhappy? What is going on? What are you talking about? What is a wiggler? Myro? Yep. Oh, gaming stream. Definitely a chance for the Rays to get some insurance. I mean, Renfroe up. I mean, you got a chance. Surprised Renfroe hasn't hit more home runs, honestly. It's kind of what he does. With the Padres last year, hit a ton of home runs. Ugh. Swung out of his shoes. Gotta love those Rays socks, man. Those neon green yellows. Oh, look at Renfroe. That was a nasty curve. That was a nasty curve. Jackson, what's going on, man? Oh, they're bringing the Doritos tacos back. Oh, it's not to the World Series? Come on. I remember when they first did that in, I think it was 2013. That was Jacoby Ellsbury stole the base. Man, whatever happened to Jacoby Ellsbury, man? How many Houston players have been hit so far this game? I don't think any. Have any been hit? I don't think any have been hit. I think the Astros... did the Astros hit a Rays player? Yeah, I remember Brasso got hit. Oh, did Brantley? I didn't notice that one. Top free agent 2029? I don't know. Trout? Is Trout a free agent then? All right, Sean. That's what I'm talking about. Getting drilled in the face. That's what I'm talking about. That'll make a man out of anyone. Hope you're all right, though. That sucks. Oh, another strikeout. Another strikeout for Rayleigh. Earmuffs. Bad words. Earmuffs. God, there's this one stream I go on. He curses so much in that stream. I would imagine every single one gets freaking demonetized right from the start. Good grief. Wow. 59 straight wins when leading after the 7th. Really shows how good that bullpen is. I never hit anyone well, I did hit people, but I never hit anyone on purpose. Oh, Margot! What in the world, dude? Holy crap. Jesus. Dude, Margot, where is this power coming from, man? Freaking A. Jeez. But Margot has had this power this postseason, a couple home runs. But they're looking for something here. Is it me or is the commentary just dead? Is that just me or am I noticing this? I feel like commentary is just dead. Well, now they're talking. I mean, I'm not talking either sometimes. I'm kind of just, it's kind of like going slow. Oh, Margot. Ooh. Joshua, who do you want to see in the World Series out of these 4 teams? I mean, personally, I think the Rays, Dodgers, I think that's going to be the best quality World Series. TV ratings, I think Astros, Dodgers. I mean, I think the Braves are fun. I don't know. I think a Braves Rays at World Series could be pretty fun. 2 Southeast teams. I think the best quality is going to be the Rays and the Dodgers. Oh wow, Margot is just I'd say the Astros have a better chance of beating the Rays than the Braves have against the Dodgers. Personally, I think the Dodgers just outmatched the Braves. I could see the Astros maybe winning this series. I think that's possible. Yeah, the Cardinals there. I thought the Cardinals maybe had a chance against the Padres. They were looking good, and they just kind of blew it. What was it? The 6th inning against the Padres? I don't think it wouldn't have mattered. That Dodgers team. I feel like the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals could have given the Dodgers a slightly better matchup, honestly, against the Dodgers. I think that Padres offense was just nasty, but I think the Cardinals had some better starting pitching. So I think the Dodgers would have won either way. But Manuel Margot's having a battle right now, man. 7 pitch at bat. Why could I end up seeing? I could see this ending up in a home run. I don't know why. Margot is just swinging out of his shoes in a couple of these. Another foul ball. 8 pitch at bat for Manuel Margot. He has been a pretty underrated player this year. He has had some great defense. He's had some good speed. Margot has been an underrated player. Couple of home runs this postseason. Yeah, Josh, I agree. I think they maybe could have won a game against the Dodgers, but I don't see that. I didn't see them beating the Dodgers. Why? I mean, I just walked him. What an at bat! What an at bat for Margot. That could be the at bat of the game. I mean, I know the Rays had the go ahead run earlier in the game, but I mean, for some insurance, I mean that could end up leading to some insurance, which could end up being vital. If we go over the Rays' plays so far, the Arrows Arena home run and the Mike Zunino base hit, which was the deciding factor so far. But this Manuel Margot at bat could end up being, if they can get another run across here, this is where the Rays do kind of well. High leverage situations. Let's take a look at high leverage with runners in scoring position. Here we go. Runners in scoring position. High leverage. So yeah, Tampa Bay, hold on. Runners in scoring position. Tampa Bay, with runners in scoring position in high leverage situations, they ranked 3rd. So, up next, they have Kevin Kiermaier. So, yeah. Not sure how Kiermaier does in these situations exactly. Can I look this up? I want to see the players. Oh, here we go. So Kevin Kiermaier, how did he do in these situations? Kevin Kiermaier actually did pretty good in these situations. Look out for a Kevin Kiermaier base hit here. I mean, it's against a lefty. Does he have any? Let's just look at. Can we see against lefties? Did he have any? High leverage, runners in scoring position against lefties. Kiermaier. He had 8 plate appearances in these exact situations. So, not very good. But overall, I mean, against, let's say let's just say runners in scoring position against lefties. Kevin Kiermaier, not that great. So he had 13 plate appearances against lefties with runners in scoring position. Hit 200. Didn't really do all that much. Did he drive in any runs? Actually, Kiermaier had 5 RBIs in this situation. So, I mean, he's 3 for 13. He's got a double. He's got a couple base hits. Kiermaier could do something here, and this is against lefties. So look out for a Kiermaier hit here. It could happen. Kiermaier does really well in these high leverage runners in scoring position situations. You know he's going to at least work a good at bat. You know what I'm noticing a lot this year? I'm noticing these players, they're looking at their hats at their notes or whatever they got in there. I'm noticing that a lot with players. Shows how much this game has come where they got to look at stats, you know. It was full count. I could see Kiermaier maybe doing something here. He's at least worked a good at bat. So, I don't know if he walks. Up next, you would have Zunino. And Zunino had the base hit to give the Rays the lead. So, tight spot here, but the Rays do well in these spots. They're at least making it tough. Calls for timeout. We got 30 people in here. This is a big spot. He had to pop out. This is why I hate having game day go sooner than the actual game. I don't mind if it's like a couple seconds behind or something, but my TV is like a good 10, 15 seconds behind. If he poked that out a little further, that could have been a blooper. But here we go. Astros, last 3 outs. Rays could not get any insurance, but Diego Castillo is coming up for the 9th. He's trying to end this game. Alrighty, just a quick update on the stream. We are up to 39 likes on the stream. If there is one person in here that has not liked the stream, if you can, please go and hit the thumbs up. We're 1 thumbs up away from 40. That would be awesome if we can hit 40 for the night. But we are 3 outs away if the Rays can close this out. So we are 3 outs away from possibly ending this stream, unless the Astros can tie it up. But Alex is tired. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. All right, we're up to 42. Hey, thank you, everyone. Appreciate that. But yeah, so 25 in here right now. Last chance if anyone wants to leave a super chat. Now is your chance. Again, if anyone else has not left a thumbs up or a thumbs down, definitely go do that before I get out of here for tonight. I got to wake up early tomorrow morning. I do have the day off tomorrow from work, but I got to wake up a little early and get some report cards done because I got some errands to run tomorrow. But yeah. Appreciate everyone coming out tonight. It's been a nice night talking some baseball with everyone. As always, it's always good. So, all right, we got up to 47 likes. Appreciate that. Yes, Miss Empath, I am a teacher. I teach 2nd grade. What is a super chat? Mike, that's if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a little money symbol. That's to leave like a small donation for the channel if you would like. But if you do, you can ask a question, or you can just leave a comment that will get highlighted in the chat. It'll also pop up on the screen because I'm running my stream through Streamlabs. So Streamlabs, I can make it to where I can have like a little picture pop up, and whatever your comment is, it'll pop up on the screen too. Juan the hot dog. I mean, I can't lie. I do like the name. Stephanie Buono. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'll just say Stephanie. She's hoping for 3 more outs. The Rays have been so good in these situations all year. Diego Castillo has been awesome. But here we go. Diego Castillo. We got a 2-1 count. Aledmys Diaz is up for the Astros, trying to make something happen. Happy Thanksgiving. Are we in November? What is going on? Ooh, that was a close call. You know, in that Yankees-Rays game, a lot of those calls were, those low calls, they were getting called for strikes. Oh, in Canada. Really? I didn't know that. I did not know it was Thanksgiving in Canada. We got a 2-2 count to Aledmys Diaz. Man, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. I'm trying to lose some weight now. I'm trying to drop some lbs so I can be ready for Thanksgiving, so I can gain like 10 pounds back. I'm excited. Do teachers need a bachelor or master's degree? They need a bachelor's degree. A master's degree will increase your pay slightly. But yeah, only need a bachelor's degree. To be a substitute teacher, you need to have your associate's degree. How are they going to do Black Friday? I actually haven't thought of that. Like with all the masks and stuff. Hopefully it's freaking over by that point. Probably not. Feels like this stuff's going to happen forever. So, jeez. I can't stand all this mask stuff. Can we just stop wearing the masks? I mean, I don't want to get anyone sick, but like, gosh. I hate when I go to the grocery store or something, and I'm walking, I'm already halfway to the store in the parking lot, and then it dawns on me, I forgot my freaking mask, and I got to walk back to my car, put it on. Oh, he pokes it out to left. He's under it, and there's the first out. Manuel Margot is sure of a glove of anyone on the Rays. Recording the first out. Rays 2 outs away. Josh Reddick will be pinch hitting for Martin Maldonado. Haven't seen much of Josh Reddick lately. Had 4 home runs this season. Hasn't really hit much this postseason. Appreciate that, Josh. Appreciate that, Jackson. I surprisingly tend to yell at these kids a lot. I got a pretty sounds kind of surprising because I'm pretty laid back and kind of goofy sometimes, but I can like turn into a military sergeant like just like that. I got like that last week, and my kids were like what the heck? This guy's a freaking psycho. So, yeah, my gym owner doesn't make me wear a mask. So, there's another commercial gym I'll go to sometimes. they don't, they don't make you wear a mask. Like they do, they have you wear a mask. Like they want you to wear one if you're walking around. But if you're like at a machine or whatever, at a squat rack or something, jeez, he was fooled on that, man. But yeah, no. Sometimes the kids, I mean, a lot of these kids, man, like Jackson, they don't have the discipline at home. They don't have people. They don't have the parents that will get on to them at home about stuff, and so, Anytime Fitness. That's where that's where kind of it all started for me. I compete in powerlifting. Well, I haven't competed in a couple years, but that's where I first trained was Anytime Fitness. I liked Anytime Fitness. How many outs, Stephanie? We got 1 out. Josh Reddick on game day shows me that he just got a base hit, but on my TV, he is still at the plate. Yeah, Empath, I gotta say, I like squats too. Yeah, Jackson, man. No, really. There's a lot of good kids out there, though. There's that base hit for Reddick. There's a lot of good kids out there. There's a lot of them, though, where I'd say I actually like my class this year. I don't really have, like, one kid that is just, like, awful. I have one that doesn't stop talking. He literally doesn't stop talking. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. He'll be quiet for like 5 seconds of anything and then just go blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my God. Shut up. No, I don't actually say shut up to him. I have a teacher that she's like, hey, anytime you need me to, watch one of your kids or something, send them on over. I'm like, okay. I send that kid over to her class like every single day. Dang, you squat 225? That's pretty good. That's not bad. Sean, no, I'm just second grade general ed. That's solid, Empath. That's very solid. What's the longest plank I can do? I don't know. I usually do like sets of 20 to 30 if I ever do them. Look up dead bugs. Dead bugs are really good. If you want to do a good like core stability, do dead bugs. Look up a dead bug. Stephanie, who do I want to win the World Series? I want the Dodgers, honestly. Jazz, we are not at the end of the game yet. Rays are holding on to a 2-1 lead. Astros have a runner on. They got George Springer up. I mean, this is the guy you want in this situation. He's been probably their best hitter this year. So you definitely want Springer in this situation for sure. Yeah, Stephanie, they got Mookie Betts. I'll always love Mookie Betts. I cry myself to sleep over Mookie Betts every single night. So, but, for the Dodgers, I mean, they've been so close the last few years, and it's like, oh my gosh, just get over the hump. Oh, he taps it. Oh, it's going to be a close play. That's a good on Castillo there. That's good fundamentals. Good on the first baseman. Brasso, that was just a good all-around play. That could have been a messy play. Hey, good on Castillo for getting there in time. Good on Brasso making the right play. That's what a good baseball team does. They don't mess up these kind of plays where it can get a little messy. I mean, Brasso, he didn't even think about going to second. Didn't even think about it. You could toss that away. He just went right to first. That's a good team right there. Honestly, like when you see a team make a play, that kind of a play, just like that, he didn't even think about going to second. That's a good team, or good defensive team. And defense definitely helps win championships. So, yeah, Jackson, I'm never doing that. Nope, absolutely not. I'm 220. I weigh 222, 225. You're not going to see me doing that. Absolutely not. But here we go. Jose Altuve. Could you imagine Altuve hitting a home run here? Oh, my God. Oh. But here we go. This is the Astros' last chance. Empath, the most I've ever squatted in competition. I compete in the USAPL. That's like probably the most strict powerlifting federation when it comes to squat depth. The most I've done is 529. So that was at a national competition. So there's a lot of guys. I weighed 205 at the time. No, I weighed in at 203. 203, squatted 529. Oh my God, there were so many strong guys at that though. Like people were like, wow, you squat over 500 pounds. I'm like, dude, there were guys squatting like into the 600s at my weight. It was freaking nuts. So, I try to just stay humble with it because there's just so many guys that are so much stronger than me. It's ridiculous. Hey, Mike, that's solid, man. 405. My hip has been bothering me lately. I haven't been able to get anything going with my squatting lately. My knee was bugging me a little today. I'm trying to work on that stuff. So, Altuve, at least on my TV, I am trying not to look at game day right now. Altuve trying to make something happen here. Good outfield for the Rays this year, man. Great outfield. Margot, Kiermaier, Renfroe all play pretty solid defense. Good outfield. Really, Kiermaier and Margot, that's a solid outfield just with the two of those guys. But here we go. Altuve, 2 strikes. Oh, and he strikes him out, and the Rays win game 1. A big win for the Rays. What a ball game today. Close game all the way around. Astros just could not get anything going today. 9 hits, only 1 run. Had the bases loaded late in the game. Couldn't get it done. And the Rays, they are 3 wins away from heading back to the World Series for the second time in franchise history. For the first time since 2008. 12 years, 3 wins away. So if we take a look at the plays real quick, Jose Altuve, he couldn't get it done here, but he was the lone run in this game today, a home run all the way back in the first inning. And then Randy Arozarena, he has just been hot as can be in this postseason. He does it again, game-tying home run. And then the Mike Zunino base hit in the bottom of the 5th. That's all the Rays needed. They had some great pitching today. Taking a look at the box score, this Rays pitching staff was fantastic today. Snell was able to go the 5 innings. Curtis, Thompson, Loop, Castillo, dominant out of the bullpen. 3 strikeouts between the 4 of them. What else is there to say? What a game for the Rays today. Again, this team, they just find ways to win. It's simple as that. They are not going to pound you with offense. They're going to give you some solid pitching. They're going to play some solid defense. And that's what this Rays team does, man. They're going to get the hits that they need in those situations where you need a hit just driving a run. So, good on the Rays today, man. What a win. Let's take a quick look at Game 2. I'm not sure if they have any to be determined. They do, actually. We have Game 2 tomorrow. Crazy, man. Every single round when they get started, it's just nonstop. There's no days off in between. But here's Game 2 for tomorrow. We have Lance McCullers Jr., Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton, for the most part, had a pretty good year. But he was dealing with some shoulder stuff, so he was a little inconsistent. But he pitched well against the Yankees in the last series. Lance McCullers Jr., he was a little iffy against the Athletics, but all year he's been pretty solid coming back from Tommy John surgery. So this should be a good one tomorrow. Game 2, Rays looking to go up 2-0 in the series. Astros looking to tie it up. So this will be exciting for tomorrow. Taking a look at Braves Dodgers tomorrow night. I might start streaming probably maybe like somewhere like in the middle of the Rays and the Astros tomorrow. So I'm not going to start streaming at 4 o'clock and then go until probably like midnight. I mean, that's just going to be way too long. I might start maybe like towards the end of the Rays and Astros tomorrow. Maybe I'll start around like 7 or so. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, I can't stream that long because I also want to put out a video for tomorrow for everyone. Look out for a video. If I don't put it out tomorrow, it's going to come out Tuesday, but I'm aiming for tomorrow. It's going to be a video on how to fix the New York Yankees. I really want to have that one out tomorrow, so definitely be on the lookout for that. If it's not out tomorrow, it'll be out Tuesday. But yeah, good matchup tomorrow for the Braves and the Dodgers on Fox tomorrow. So the Rays and Astros are on TBS, but Fox, they are back with postseason baseball. So make sure to tune into this game on Fox. But Max Fried taking the ball for game 1, going up against Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler's been a little kind of lately. He hasn't really pitched much. He had those blister issues, but he's been striking out a lot of guys. So interesting tidbit here. All season, he has not thrown more than 95 pitches. So wondering if they're going to try and let him go a little deeper tomorrow. I mean, last game, he only pitched 4 innings, but he had 8 strikeouts in those 4 innings, so look out for that. But Max Fried, he pitched well. Well, actually, not really. But in the wild card round against the Reds, he pitched well. But against the Marlins, allowed 4 runs over 4 innings. So be interesting to see how he does tomorrow. Had a very good season. So, but yeah, this will be a good matchup tomorrow. Great pitching, good offenses. So very even teams. I am giving the Dodgers the edge in this series. I'm thinking the Dodgers win this series in 6 games. That's my pick. But hey, don't be surprised if this Braves offense just starts going absolutely crazy. We'll have to wait and see, though. The Dodgers have a very good offense as well. So, but that is all I have for tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Let me come back. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming in tonight. Again, I'm going to start streaming probably around like maybe 7-ish tomorrow. Probably a little towards the end of the Rays Astros. But yeah, that's all I got for tonight, everyone. Appreciate you coming in, and have a good night.